Yes, big up everybody. This is Lacona Empire, Lacona Kana. Yes, and this one is entitled Fully Bad. Yes, after many one people, Amerindians. So big up everybody. Big up everybody in the playback, in the chat, in the live chat. So that listens, big up yourself. DJ Gamler's not here today. So yes, we're doing it without him. But yes, viewers, this one's called Fully Bad, and yes. Empress couple thoughts, Empress Yummy, big up yourselves. Alright. Kick like a ball.
Up.
Aye.
Salud.
Aye. This one is called Jesse Rowe Modern Day Judas. Alright, let's kick it like a ball.
Now in comes the musical thing from the King's Offspring. Jesse. Some people you're right, and them still choose to show you hate. Run them out of your yard. From them I play bad young, I ain't them a backbiters. Hypocritical to silence. We call them modern day Judas. The spreaders of rumors. Oh, them a backbiters. Hypocritical to silence. We call them modern day Judas. Spreaders of rumors. Hey, so why should I be? People you're right, and them still choose to Now in comes the musical thing from the King's Offspring. Jesse. Some people you're right, and them still choose to show you hate. Run them out of your yard. From them I play bad young, I ain't them a backbiters. Hypocritical to silence. We call them modern day Judas. The spreaders of rumors. Oh, them a backbiters. Hypocritical to silence. We call them modern day Judas. Spreaders of rumors. Hey, so why should I be afraid of you? When you bleed just like I do, the more you try to fight, judge a light keeps shining through. So I've got no time for you, cause in my view, you wanna step in on my shoe, you wish you never leave a loo and feel so damn confused. How every day you wake, you ache because you know you're fake, and every step you take, I bring you closer to your grave. But I am like a phantom when I easily shake. The certain say I'm feeling on who no can't take. We guided by the monster, defender of the faith. Yes, all them to be great, all them about fighters. Hypocritical to silence. We call them modern day Judas. The spreaders of rumors. All them about fighters. Hypocritical to silence. We call them modern day Judas. Spreaders of rumors. But your teeth and tongue gonna let you down. Reward for your words shall be profound. Oh, screw all you want, but go do and drown. You slew you like Goliath with a stone from a crown. Not even the dog that beset on the wall of Babylon shall escape in this time. So word to the wise, choose the right side, and down to be hindered by your foolish pride. I said no weapon formed against I shall prosper. So tell me the force rival, more God of disrespect and face disaster. Cause them a backbiters, hypocritical to silence. We call them modern day Judas. Spreaders of rumors. Oh, them a backbiters, hypocritical to silence. We call them modern day Judas. Spreaders of rumors. But I'm on the night concoctions you brew. You can't give me sleep when me never see you sleep. You can't give me stew, not even cash news. And some say me borrow, some say I never abuse. But I can't forget where I dive to the juice, and what his friends did to the tough and too. All in the name of suppressing the truth. But I absolute me, them can't pollute. Cause them are backbiters, hypocritical to silence. We call them modern day Judas. Spreaders of rumors. Oh, them a backbiters, hypocritical Silas, we call them modern day Judas. The spreaders of rumors. No never backbiter, hypocritical to Silas. We call them modern day Judas. Spreaders of rumors. Oh, never.
Yes, that, once again, that was Jesse Royal, Modern Day Judas. And that track is fire. And this one is fully bad. Mad, mad, mad. You know? The next tune we have, Jesse Royal, reggae music. Oh, sorry, Kabaki.
Original. Well, if the music sounds sweet and the people them a dance, I must the reggae music, nothing else, no one but chance, Lord. Watch out. I say, hey, Mr. DJ, play that one again. Well, it's a reggae music where the people them depend on from now till the morning vibes in our end. Me love to see the uptown and get the people blend. I say, hey, Mr. DJ, play that one again. Well, it's a reggae music where the people them depend on from now till the morning vibes in our end. Nothing derogative or strictly message I have sent from the born in Jamaica. There is no escaping it. Reggae music on the top, it's everybody's favorite. Say you never feel no pain, even when the bass on it. Original. Well, if the music sounds sweet and the people them a dance, I must the reggae music, nothing else, no one but chance, Lord. Watch out. I say, hey, Mr. DJ, play that one again. Well, it's a reggae music where the people them depend on from now till the morning vibes in our end. Me love to see the uptown and get the people blend. I say, hey, Mr. DJ, play that one again. Well, it's a reggae music where the people them depend on from now till the morning vibes in our end. Nothing derogative or strictly message I have sent from the born in Jamaica. There is no escaping it. Reggae music on the top, it's everybody's favorite. Say you never feel no pain, even when the bass on it. This is perfectly natural and nothing satanic. And if you're born overseas, you need to take a trip like a pilgrimage to Mecca, cause we created it. You want to see some real woman, one of them ways to it. Like a musical scientist, I manipulate physics. I say, hey, Mr. DJ, play that one again. Well, it's a reggae music where the people them depend on from now till the morning vibes in our head. Me love to see the uptown and get the people. I say, hey, Mr. DJ, play that one again. But it's a reggae music where the people them depend on from now till the morning vibes in our head. Nothing derogative or strictly message I have sent. Reggae music make you dance and reggae music make you smile. I've been skanking to the rhythm from I was a little child. From Marley and the whale, I set the pattern and the style. The super casual lyrics just a flow like river Nile. I forget upon the sound them that been doing it for a while. King Jammy's and Stone love them and the leading fire. Mind them take the music around the world and them a make the sacrifice to put Jamaica on the top. Now everyone a touch the style and I say, hey, Mr. DJ, play that one again. Well, this a reggae music where the people them depend on from now till the morning vibes now go end. Me love to see the uptown and get the people blend. I say, hey, Mr. DJ, play that one again. Well, this a reggae music where the people them depend on from now till the morning vibes now go end. Nothing derogative or strictly message. Rasta said, hey, one thing you should know, a reggae music keep the vibes afloat. One thing you should know, dancehall keep the vibes afloat. One thing you should know, a reggae music keep the vibes afloat. Hey, one thing you should know, whoa, 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 whoa. Lord, bless me the band, bless me the music in the morning and the music in the night, and everything will be alright, my friend. Cause every time we come around, Mr. Selector, string up the sound and we are dancing on the street again. Lord, hey, Mr. DJ, play that one again. Well, this a reggae music where the people them depend on from now till the morning vibes in our head. Me love to see the uptown and get the people blend. Hey, Mr. DJ, play that one again. Well, this is reggae music where the people them depend on from now till the morning vibes in our head. Nothing derogative or strictly message, just a send, hey. Oh, I miss a Lord have mercy. Oh, Mr. Lord have mercy. No coming at the dance if you're blood thirsty, Lord.
Yes, and once again that was Kabaki Pyramid, reggae music. Once again that was Kabaki Pyramid reggae music. That tune is tough. Make sure you bang it and download it and display that shit in your car, at home, in the hi-fi. Yes, we love it. And for the final shot, Panda Rocks, we're gonna go with Pupatayan.
You see, Tayan, Pupatayan, 1 in a 1 million, murder, Pupatayan, hey. Say that me do one song, name of the West Coast one. Me do one song, name of the West Coast one. Me version, it and can be out with vegan. Was the hour one girl, 60 Indiana. She was the hour one girl, 60 Indiana. Tell me say over borderline, it was the bad Mexican. Cha over borderline, it was the bad Mexican. Me went to England, we go take out Sherana. Me went up, surrounded by some bad Indian. Take a look at them all up with Diana. Tayan, Pupa Tayan, 1 in a 1 million, murder, Pupa Tayan, hey. Say that me do one song, name of the West Coast one. Me do one song, name of the West Coast one. Me version, it and can be out with vegan. Was the hour one girl, 60 Indiana. She was the hour one girl, 60 Indiana. Tell me say over borderline, it was the bad Mexican. Cha over borderline, it was the bad Mexican. Me went to England, we go take out Sherana. Me went up, surrounded by some bad Indian. Take a look at them all up with Diana. Them say that video daddy is a bad Mexican. Can't even get up on the bad Indian, right? But we say, oh me get out of the Indian, hey. Oh me get out of the Indian. You to me no eat pork, you to me no eat hammer. Me feel British, that I don't eat and yam. And me get out of the Indian, people. Cause we get out of the Indian, right? For Prince Charles and Diana, we from England. Them send a postcard and talk to Patayana. Say this a DJ, our champion. We give them one, them of the West Coast rapper. In version, it a can go with the cat. Patayana. You send a Patayana, right? You send a Patayana. 1 in a 1 million, murder. Because me do one song, them of the West Coast one. Me do one song, them of the West Coast one. Me version, it a carry out with the God. Was the hour one girl, is the Indiana. She was the hour one girl, is the Indiana. Champion said over borderline was the bad Mexican. Cha over borderline was the bad Mexican. Me went up to England, we go take out Sherana. Me went up, surrounded by some bad Indian. Set a lot and them all up with Diana. Them set a video that it is a bad Indiana. Chatting hell is a for the bad Mexican, right? But me say, oh, me get out of the Indian, right? Oh, me get out of the Indian. Tutu me no eat pork, tutu me no eat hammer. Me feel British, that a dumpling and lamb. And me get out of the Indian, bimmer. Cause me get out of the Indian, oh yeah. Say Prince Charles and Diana with a pink banner. Them send a postcard and a Patayana. Say this a DJ, our champion. Indeed, them one, them of the West Coast one. In version, with a carry out with vegan. Was the hour one girl, city Indiana. She was the hour one girl, city Indiana. So they go tell me about the West began, right? So they go tell me about the West began, right? Because me do one song, them of the West Coast one. The version, with a carry out with vegan. Was the hour one girl, city Indiana. Say Pupataya make your back so. Jamaican over Pupataya make your back so. So we say that to the lyrics that your man say. time I turn over to the lyrics of my mind, sir. Boy, you me man, when me chant one time, me no chant two time. Me chant one time, me no chant two time. Say too much lyrics in my mind. Can't tell you say that too much lyrics in my mind, right? Say Pupataya, so Pupataya. One in a million, brother. One in a million, brother. See the Pupataya, right? Watch it Pupataya. One in a million. Tell her.
Yes, that was Pupatayan, How It Began. And again, it was Pupatayan, How It Began. Yes. And this one is entitled Fully Bad, tonight's episode. ICCC, big up yourself. Everybody in the chat, big up yourself. And yes, we're ready, like Freddy. Nothing but fire. Empress Yummy, Empress Copper Fox, Copper Hot Step, big up yourself. ICCC, big up yourself. People in the chat, big up yourselves. We're there, yeah. Yes, ICCC, there, yeah. Fully Bad. Come in, everybody, unleash yourselves, man. You already know who it is.
Peace to the chat and peace to the panel. Peace to everyone.
Peace and love, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Unity, everybody. It's Yamaye.
Yes. So this is a little freestyle live stream that we're doing. You know, nothing been planned. That I just come back today from country, and yeah, I thought, let me just do 1-2 thing and gather the team. You know. So Copper, big up yourself for this. Cause Copper found this, and you know, Copper's favorite quote is I like when Copper read it and cry. Yes. So Copper, big up yourself. Anyway. Press 1 if you can see. Your screen share. So enlarge that for you. So you can see that, yeah? Wicked. Copper. Fire. America, the old world. First born among the continents, though so much later in culture and civilization than some of the more recent birth, America, so far as his physical history is concerned, has been falsely denominated the New World. Hers was the first dry land lifted out of the waters. Hers the first shore washed by the ocean that enveloped all the earth besides. And while Europe was represented only by the islands rising here and there above the sea, America already stretched an unbroken line of the land from Nova Scotia to the far west. In the present state of our knowledge, our conclusions with respecting the beginning of the Earth's history, the way in which it took form and shape as a distinct separate planet, must of course be very vague and hypothetical, yet the progress. It would be inexpedient to encumber these pages with references to all the authorities on which such theoretical results rest. They are drawn from the various state surveys, including that of the mineral lands of Lake Superior, in which the early rise of the American continent is for the first affirmed, and other more general works on American geology. Copper, big up yourself, and as Copper states, read it and cry. Copper, big up yourself.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. I actually got that from somebody else. I was just browsing Instagram as I like to do, and then this came up on my timeline on my story feed, so I made sure to pull that one. But I think that's from Agassiz. I'm sure that's from Agassiz, because I know Kurimeo did a video on him. He was a scholar, and he was basically one of the few of his time that actually went against common academic, like mainstream rhetoric, which was that, you know, all life began in Africa or in the East. And he was one of a very few select group of people that actually said, well, no, actually America is the actual true old world, and it's actually the other way around. But obviously he was condemned as being a fantasist. You know, he was crazy. He wasn't of a high scholarly level of intellect to be able to, you know, base such thoughts and conclusions about his work and what he felt, you know, the true, you know, timeline of origin was in terms of where in the world. So I think that's his work. I'm pretty sure that comes from his work. But I know there's other people that was probably out there that had these things as well. Probably said similar things during his time period. Because obviously, out of Africa is a recent doctrine. It's not been around very long. Because before that, it was actually out of Asia. Before that, for a long period of time, there was a lot of people that. I mean, it was still kind of. It was still kind of off, because the common belief was that, you know, all life started from primates in Asia, not primates from Africa, and that, you know, all humans. Well, we know that we're not all humans, but, you know, they say we're all humans. All humans were more closely linked to the primates in Asia than the ones in Africa. But then, what I say to that is that the only truthful element, to some degree, is, you know, they pinpointed Asia as the earliest form of life in terms of the Eastern Hemisphere. But where they're obviously lying is where they say, you know, for the whole world, which we know isn't the case. You know, we know that Asia and, you know, the Middle East is the oldest part of their hemisphere, you know, their continent and their world. But we know it's not the oldest part of the entire world, you know, that we all inhabit, you know, together, you know, as one realm.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it speaks for itself, man. We're not from that place, you know. When they came to the Americas, they saw mounds and these type of stuff. They know who they saw. I mean, it's just our people who don't know because they're misinformed.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's just a case of unlearning and relearning.
Yes.
It's just the process. Yeah, it's just all the process of really getting over a lot of common misbeliefs and a lot of confusing information, which, you know, is supposed to be factual. You know, we're told it's factual, but it's not. And coming over that now, and then coming into kind of your own thing of where you're just doing your own research, and you know, you're thinking of things for yourself, and you're working out things for yourself. And then it's like really from there that you start to see there's a lot of things that, you know, is wrong with what they say. And then, yeah, for example, you know, the thing that most people believe in now, that life began, you know, they're going to say in Africa. Mm-hmm. But then from personal research, you know, you're going to see that it's not something they've always believed in. So what did they believe in before? And then what time period did they change it to what everybody believes in now, and why? And then again, they tell you that's what they believe in. But again, that's only like on public level, people believe in this, because real scholars and scientists know that it's fake. Because then if you read beyond that, they'll tell you that they found things in Australia, not even just the people, but the environment in Australia. They found certain markers in like trees and, you know, earth, dirt, things like that, which predates the dirt and the trees in Africa. But these are things they're not going to really promote too loudly. But I mean, it's there if you want to find it and watch it and read it. But it will never be a case where it will be promoted, because then it's gonna completely destroy things like, you know, the Out of Africa model completely. I mean, they rely on this. What people don't understand is that Out of Africa is a very powerful tool. They basically use that tool to go everywhere where there was brown people, and they've used this to, you know, unjustly take what doesn't belong to them. So Out of Africa is it's not nothing to do with, you know, your story of where you began. Is to do with people taking over what's not theirs by making you something you're not. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's what it is really. Like when you really break down what it is all based in racist science. Like when we talk about racist science and we talk about eugenics, and we talk about, you know, the comparison of, you know, people with brown skin to monkeys and stuff like that. Well, Out of Africa fits into that as well. it's also a form of scientific racism and prejudice.
Facts.
So you can't really be upset with racism, but you support an ideology which was born like from blatant racism.
Mm-hmm. It's the truth. It's the truth. You talk about these things like, oh, but. Nah, man. That's the same. When you say these type of things, you sound like the white person. You say these type of, like you stated, isn't it? Derogatory terms. It's insults, man. There's nothing to be proud of. They're saying you're black and you're African. No, they know you're not African and they know you're not black. These type of labels they label people. It's because they take away their identity, even though you practice your culture on these things. Because, you have a culture. If you don't
Right.
have, you have a culture because people market it and sell it back to you, whatever it is that you do. And you're not in control of your culture. Certain aspects of it you're not in control of.
Right. So that's basically it. That's what it all just comes down to.
Facts. Let me go to our next little one. I want to play a little video. Tell me if you can hear it. This is a protest that happened in over here in England regarding the Black Lives Matter thing. Do you want me to play it one more time, or you look good? We missed it. It's like 8 seconds. I got our next one as well.
Yeah, got you.
All right. Yeah, this is the type of fuckery that's in London. For instance, this is in London. This is regarding the Black Lives Matter protesting that people participated. One was last week, and I think Saturday got for George Floyd, who allegedly is so-called dead. That's what they say anyway. It's mad.
Can I just say,
Good.
England protesting is not for George Floyd. We all know that. It's not for him. Majority of these people that's out here protesting, they are Africans. Their parents come from the continents of Africa. It's a hyping thing for them. It's a chance for them to get seen. That's all that it is. Ain't nothing else. They're not protesting because this man died. This man don't know them. They don't know this man. They're not protesting because of that. They're protesting because they want to be seen. They want the world to know, yeah, Africa stand united. Africa is the home for black people. That's all. And nothing more than that. And they know it. They want to make themselves seem like they're the ally, that they're the mother for everybody, so they're standing for every melanated person on the face of this earth. Because I said, I was in a discussion with a couple of them, and I said, what you got to protest about? There's 63.5 million displaced refugees out of Africa. Why are you not protesting on that? Why are you not turning up at your Nigerian embassy? Why are you not turning up at your Liberian embassy? Why are you not turning up at your Congo embassy? Why are you not protesting your displaced people? 63.5 million, displaced refugees. That's a lot of fucking people. And you're not protesting that? And you really want the world to believe that you're protesting for George Floyd? Matter of fact, Africa is nowhere near America. You don't know this man don't know you. This man don't fuck with you, you don't fuck with this man. You want to protest to make yourself be seen and be heard as like you're the motherfucking mother rooster of the cage. You ain't the rooster of no cage, you are the bottom feeder. These people, what have the British ever done them wrong? They never came here as servitude, like the way the Caribbeans came here as servitude and had to made to fight for their independence. They never came as that. They came as refugees. In the 90s, that's when they arrived. Britain opened the door to them, gave them houses, gave them food. While some of us grandparents had to be out there working for fucking £2.70. That's how much they used to pay back in the days, £2.70. And you'll probably get like a little £20. £20 now would be, £20 back then was like what? Probably about £500 now. These people just want to be seen, man, and just want to be heard. And nobody looking at them. Them too enough. Go and sit down. This is not your position. This is not your chair. Leave it alone. You out here flinging down yourself, making yourself. Suppose if these British people now scoot them up and say, "Get the fuck out of here." You got hear how they gonna be crying. Oh, we never did nothing. The only thing we were protesting for all black people rights because blah, blah, blah. Like, shut the fuck up. You is a refugee. Half of them that you see flinging things in there, they're refugees. Right now, if Boris Johnson clean them all up, bring them go to police station, run their fingerprint, their mother's a refugee, boom, the mother lost her passport, lost her rights to be in Britain. Them people don't make no sense, man. I don't know who gave them front stand to come up and protest or nothing. I don't know. They're a goddamn mess. That's all I know. And I know when the police don't look up and find and see what the fuck they've been doing, they're gonna be knowing. They're refugees. They ain't nobody. You ain't the mother for the melanated people. History has proven it time and time again. You ain't the mother for nothing. You are the mother for death. You don't bear nothing. What the fuck do you bear? Nah, these people are a joke. They're a serious joke. It's not about George Floyd. It's nothing to do with George Floyd. Half of them right now, they're sitting down in Libya in slavery. And I keep telling them this. You in Libya, you in motherfucking slavery. You in cages. You are literally laying down in cages. They got them in right now in Africa. They're living in containers. Do you know them containers that you put on the shipping port? That's what they're living in Africa right now.
Yeah.
You go to China right now, that's what they're also living in because they don't have, Chinese don't want them in their place. I saw a video the other day. No, my sister sent it to me. Yeah, my little sister sent me a video the other. She was like, "Look at this. There was a Chinese man. I think it happened last year where they beat him to. No, it wasn't a Chinese man. It was an African man. One man said, an African man in China, where they beat him to death. I'ma send that video into the over on later. They fucking beat him to death, and their government can't even open their mouth and say nothing. So how the fuck you protest in Britain when Britain been nothing but feeding you? You gonna protest the woman, the queen that fed you? Get the fuck out of here. This woman fed you. She ain't fed the rest of us though, so we got all right to protest. She fed you. They're just looking for a hype, man. You don't see the one that was in America the other day, that fucking African uncle with his thick accent, shaking all these white people hand. Oh, if you don't like this country, you got to go. You don't like this country, you got to go. Wearing about "Make America Great Again," wearing a Trump T-shirt. I swear, this is what I'm saying with these people. They know they say not the Caribbean, whatever saying, "Dopey no who for frightened." At this right now. Dopey know who for frighten, dopey know who for play with. Because I tell you, say, them can never step foot on no Caribbean sign and open up their mouth like that. Them wouldn't even find them body. Not even body them would have find for go bury them. Them would have find nothing. Hey, I tell you, say, not even DNA them would have find for them. Even know say a crime being committed, them would have just them would have know say they're missing. That is it. Case done, case closed. Or can you be a refugee? You got somebody else's country, right? And you are protest the same people them who give you food to eat. And you talk about you do it in the name of George Floyd. Then I do not the name of George Floyd. You try to make yourself look like you're the mother for everybody. I don't tell us you're not the mother. You're the mother for death. Because you're picking them displaced all over the world. You're picking them a run from you basically. So how come you is the mother and you're picking them there all over the world? Yeah, what kind of mother? Yeah, what kind of mother you not provide for your kids them? So then people as I tell say, you know, as I said, don't be no over frightened still. Don't be no over frightened. And them white police officer, them got to do what them got to do. What them need to do is scrape up all them motherfucking Africans and take. You see that the way how they scrape up the Windrush generation? Scrape up them one here, bring them to a police station, go run them fingertip. I mean, I tell you, say 99.9% of them, their mother is a refugee. Their mother never born here. Refugee them. All right.
But I mean, I like they're protesting now. Okay, that's fine. But I mean, since they come here, they have never protested. Even with any little, what's it called, reparation marks, you don't see them in there saying yes, repatriation money. You only see West Indians doing repatriations year after year, but it doesn't mean anything because it doesn't go nowhere. I mean,
But
they get
what are they repatriating though? That's what I'm saying. They gave these people their stuff. Okay, fair enough. Let me say, I'm all about fairness. I'm gonna speak the truth and shame the devil, right? I'm all about fairness. I'm not gonna sit here and say none of us should even sit here and say because we don't know the deal that they had with this with these Neanderthals, right? They had fucking deals with them, and the deals went left with them. Just like the way they had a deal with the Arab man and they had a deal with every other fucking man that walked the face of this earth except their own men. They had deals with them. They had deals with them. Their deal was gun, drugs, anything that was bad, they give it to them. Right? This is what they did. They give it to them. That's all they did. That's the only deal that they had with them. And all their coppers and their lead and their oil and everything, the European man took that from them. And now, when they realize that this so-called motherland, she has no belly because every time they have a fucking rainfall, landslide be killing them. Landslide just be sweeping them. Yeah. Landslide be washing them away. Because the natural resources are supposed to remain underneath the earth to absorb and to keep everything balanced. But because the Neanderthals, they go there and they dig up every fucking thing and took it out and bring it back to Europe. They're probably looking at it and saying, fuck, we ain't got nothing now. Okay, you say you're a mother. How the fuck is 63.5 million of your children they're missing? How? Plus, you got over 7 to 8 million dead because you had so many genocides to the point that you don't even know no better. Why were they not protesting the genocides that they had? Rwanda had one of the worst genocides in history. One of the worst.
Facts.
Congo
the
had
Hutsis
one of
and the Tutsis. Facts.
Sis, listen, let me tell you something. When I used to live in Ilford, right, there used to be this Congo family live next door to me. Zaire. That's what they call Congo, Zaire. The man told me that them didn't have food. Them had to kill cat and eat it. This man had a cut in his face. I'm telling you, it started from the forehead, got all the way to his fucking throat. That's how bad they cut him. They cut him like they wanted to take the whole face off. So when you're out here protesting, oh, white man's soil, you make no sense because the Americans are protesting on their soil. You over here protesting on white man's soil. America don't belong to the white man, honey. So your protest ain't going nowhere. The Caribbean people, they can be here protesting all they want. And we gonna continue to motherfucking protest. Because Britain belonged to us anyways. We built this shit.
Facts. And just to get on the point that Akeem said, when we were getting deported, the Windrush, which is our older generation, nobody came and stand forward for us. No other nation but our own.
Well, then there you go. 100. So what? When they're out here protesting about Black Lives Matter, they want to be American so fucking bad. You ain't never gonna be American. You ain't never gonna be American. You ain't never. No matter how much citizenship they give you, because number one, you cannot give alien citizenship in another man's country that does not belong to you. At the end of the day, the Jamaican government cannot give nobody citizenship because Jamaica does not belong to the government of Jamaica.
Facts.
So no matter how many times they tell you you can stay in a country that you were not born in, it is not yours and you will never have citizenship to that country, period. So when they're out here shaking all these Ku Klux Klan, you had one motherfucking people died in Rwanda. Where was your energy then? When you are here talking about your nostrils bigger than man, all of you motherfuckers got big nostrils. Then none of y'all got nothing that's small. All y'all motherfuckers got water heads.
And the war in Rwanda was orchestrated by the church.
There you go. There you go. There it is. And then up till now, where is the justice for your dead ancestors where you come here protesting, trying to get on other people's bandwagon? It is not your game. Go hold a seat. When Stephen Lawrence was murdered in 1993, I don't think I wasn't even born then. In 93. Where was when the Caribbean people were protesting? Where the fuck was you? Since you're all about Black Lives Matter, where was you then?
And another thing, sis, sorry for cutting you. This is something that very important our people needs to know. You all don't believe me, go research it yourself. I ain't got time for the back and forth with nobody. When our ancestors are buried in like here, America, so-called all these lands they claim we're not from, yeah? When they bury them, we have to pay for that plot for 10 years. And after 10 years, they go and turn the bodies out. So
yeah, then
what honor is shown to our ancestors.
There you go. There you are. That's why we don't bury our ancestors. You don't see what they did with Marcus Garvey. They turned that motherfucker out. They turned him out. They threw his ass back to Jamaica. And the Jamaican government had to come scrape up them goddamn bones. But what they should have done is throw that motherfucker in the sea. The fuck you bringing him back to come corrupt the earth? Should have left him in the sea. Yeah. They're never gonna tell you nothing about the Windrush generation. We didn't even learn this in school in Trinidad. I'm telling you, half of our history they don't teach us. They don't teach us half of our history.
And another thing is to see that most of the truth is hidden here in Europe. Because everything they took from us is hidden here. So most of the information is here. So this is why every time when I drop certain documentaries, they fuck with me because, you know, it's like in America, we don't get what you guys get over there to view. In the UK, you guys don't get to view what we view. You know what I mean? It's like it's an algorithm. It's programmed that way. You know what I mean? So we can't really access certain things in America, and them in America can't really access certain. They can't access things in the fucking Caribbean. You know what I mean? And like it's a joke, man.
Sis, all of our histories is in America. I just found out there's a whole museum in Florida that has a whole bunch of Jamaica history.
Yeah, but most of our main shit is in the bottom of the Vatican. That's what I'm saying. Like the real shit, that our eyes need to really behold? All them scrolls and shit? Because we didn't go by no fucking Bible and no scripts, yeah? Our ancestors, let me tell you something. Everything our ancestors put their hands on is meant to be preserved forever. Okay? So
Then there
the
you go.
generations after generations after generations to come, it's there, presented. You can never be destroyed. For example, they use things like goat skin. It's the same thing the reptile do when she uses all her speeches. And I'm coming to think of it. You lot never had no goat skin preserved nothing. So whose scrolls or scripts you are really reading from? It's not yours. They didn't
There
preserve
you
them
go.
things on their own. You know what I
There
mean? And they
you
give
are.
us fucking Bibles and books. We don't need no Bibles and no books. We need the scrolls. All them hidden scrolls.
Facts.
There you go, sis.
So we can analyze them for ourselves. We tired of people coming out giving us this, and then we go arguing with each other over regurgitating information, which half of it ain't even fucking true. They pick and choose. They give
100%.
us what they want us to be fed. You know, aka the consumers, you know, so whatever they give us is like pills and potions. That's what we take, you know, that's how we're being fed. And when you come with critical thinking, I start thinking, but no, hold on, wait a minute, but this wasn't like this. And just like this is why I show you all the documentaries, because if they claim we've been enslaved since 1492, then why from the bomber clad 1500s these motherfuckers been dying off from infested plagues? Who's
There
got
you
time
go.
to enslave another nation when you've been dying off from plagues and your hygiene ain't even up? You don't even have proper food to eat. So where you get all that energy to go around enslaving, dominant nations? Like, come on, man. The fuck?
Then there you go. And there you are. See, the truth is right there. Listen, anybody can flip the date and the time. Something can say 1991 and they can flip it up and say, damn, I'm going to say 1982. Just flip back the date. People think, read this be happened in 1982, but I don't be remembering that happening. It's all about our ancestors at the end of the day. And that's what I said to these ones that's here that are promoting and that are running around talking about, oh, we run around for Black Lives Matter. You best go back to that motherfucking bush and go find your ancestors that they've been chopping up and eating. That's why y'all motherfuckers been cannibal for so many years, talking about, oh, we over here promoting for Black Lives Matter. Yet still your brothers and sisters are in China getting beaten with pipe irons to death. Go fucking protest that. That's why you need to go protest. Chinese beating you with pipe iron. If a Chinese man ever done that, if they ever done that,
Sis,
beat with
them weak ass motherfuckers ain't even got the strength to lift up a pipe iron.
no, sis, I'ma send you this video. This video is they beat this man without mercy. He was
I bet you
begging.
it was a gang of them. It wasn't
It was
one.
a gang. It was a whole
I'm
gang of
telling you,
them
because
beating
one
him.
of them on their own probably couldn't even lift up that fucking pipe iron.
But I'm saying,
You know what I'm
sis,
saying?
what are you doing in those type of countries for those people to be beating you like that? That shows you that you're a savage, that you would live anywhere. You're not human. I see them living in
And,
Russia and all type of these
and,
places.
and, and,
I bet you they're not protesting in Russia. I bet
and
you.
China came out with a new thing that they're banning all so-called black people from China. So everybody said, well, okay. Well, all you Chinese need to get the fuck out of our land then, if that's how it's gonna be. Y'all don't hear about that on the news though.
No,
That's
you're never gonna hear about that. I think when they say so-called black, they're talking about Africans. Because Africans, they be going everywhere. I don't be banned. I don't be wronging them. Ban them motherfuckers out. They be everywhere. They be everywhere except where they need to be. Come on, 63.5 million of them has been displaced. The fuck? It's a lot of your people then. And you
And
have all this
also,
energy.
and
No.
also at one point in nature, 1.5 million male and female went missing in America.
Yeah, no, but sis, we know why our ancestors went missing. They never went missing. They've been there. They just changed identity. They went from being Arawaks and Caribs and being Cherokees and being Gullahs and being whatever tribe they were to become African American. They're still there. They're still there. They never took them out. They're still there. Trust me on that. They're there 100%, sis. They never took them
And
out.
they keep giving us this fucking African American, Afro-Caribbean, and the fucking Africans. They even call themselves Africans.
There you go. There you
That's
go.
that's right. That's right.
There you go.
It's a joke. It's a
100%.
rude, insulting joke.
You can't listen to people like that. You can't let people like that give you no advice or nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't let people like that give you advice or nothing at all. You can't listen to people like that because people like that don't even know their own history. They don't know their own upcoming. They don't know where they're going. They just come on the face of this earth and it's just living like animals in zoos. How can you even listen to people like that?
Okay, my next documentary is exactly on that. I've come up with a
Yeah.
disclaimer for that one.
People that
Where they show you they're enslaving the motherfucking Africans and have them in zoo in America.
Child, even in Germany, child, there was. Listen, I saw this one the other day when they had the Congo lights, Congo droids or whatever they call it, and they was sawing off their hands and their foot. And listen, Germany
Facts.
deformed them like no other. They were cutting off they cut off the whole of the body. The hand them gone, the foot them gone, the ears them gone, the lip them gone. I said, fucking hell. I'm say that is your history over there. So see your history there. That's your history over there, so. Yeah, your history was when they deformed you. That's your history, baby girl. You don't have no other history apart from that. That's your history.
The thing that pisses me off is the world know the truth. Everybody know the truth. It's all a fucking game. It's an illusion, man. Y'all need to wake up, man. Like, if you was enslaving us yesterday, so-called indentured servitude, what happened today? I mean, if you have our people working for a month and a month pass and you short their money, trust me, they ain't going back the next day.
Of
So
course.
I still don't understand how this indentured servant thing work. You know what I mean?
Are them be taught your clot on the spot?
You can't get our people to do nothing.
Facts.
They decide. They are not working with. If you say it's ABC, when it's time for them to get paid or whatever the contract says, and you give them A, you skip out B, and there's only C, they must say, no, sir. Something all right. And they're gone. They're gone.
100.
They're gone. Our people don't do nothing for free. If you say it's money, make sure the money is on point when the work is done. Or you have to pay half up front, and when the job is almost complete, make sure their money is there. Otherwise, our people gonna leave that standing, man. Empty shell. You finish that on your own. Yep.
100. But
That's
these
how I
people,
know my people get down.
Listen, I don't know anybody can be taking history from these people. And when they be saying we all the same. I don't know how the fuck we all the same, and I've never had genocide. We ain't never had genocide. We don't even know what that is. You be killing off each other, eating up each other, talking about your head is bigger than mine. How the fuck does that work? And you all be goddamn looking like something that comes out of the devil's gut. So the fuck you get that from? They're crazy. They're nobody listening to them. And the only people that be listening to them is probably the mainland Americans that don't really know much about their history, about like these Congolides history. But let me tell you something. If you're from the mainland, these people ain't nobody. They're bottom feeders. They're nobody. They're hated wherever they go in the world. They're nobody like them. Nobody don't fuck with them. Nobody. They got Italy, the Italians beat them. They got Russia, the Russians beat them. Russia, there's a whole documentary on Russia stabbing them up. And they're saying they're refusing to leave. You're refusing to leave someone else's country and they don't stab you through your gut. You're walking out with a shit bag on your gut. You can't even go to the toilet because the way how they stabbed you so bad, you have a whole bag on your gut that you have to empty every 2 hours. And you ain't leaving? You is crazy. That's some next deludedness. Because come on, you're living in Britain and somebody stabbed me. I'm like, bitch, I'm taking my bag and going back to Jamaica. I'm telling my mother to send the motherfucking pension every 3 months that she has. I ain't gonna be sticking around. Fuck you sticking around for? When I can go home and eat mangoes and drink coconut water all day, every day. I told them when they said we poor, I said, listen, we can never ever be poor, honey. We may be poor in money, but we're rich in motherfucking nature, spirit, and food. We can never go hungry. And we don't need money. Our ancestors ain't the fucking creator of money. It's the white man's face you see on all these goddamn money that we're spending. You don't see my ancestors' face on it. So what the fuck do I need money for? I go to Jamaica, I can climb mango tree and pick mango. I can pick apple, I can pick jackfruit, I can pick coconut. I can pick coconut jelly. Me can chop sugar cane. Hey, me tell them about sugar cane, them vex. Me say the amount of sugar cane plantation over my God. You don't even know. We can go in there and raise chicken, raise pig, raise goat. We can eat whatever we want to eat. You never hear us. Listen, the other day I had to give it to them when they say, oh, we poor. I said, listen, let me tell you something. You don't understand the word poor. Let me tell you what the word poor is. The word poor is when the United Nations is coming to feed you. The United Nations has never fed nobody in the Caribbean.
That's fact.
Never.
That's facts.
Poor is when you don't have water to drink. Let's say go to Jamaica, they want a pipe. We call them standpipe.
Exactly,
If you're from the
sis. Not
Caribbean,
shit
you
water.
all
Clean
right.
water.
You know about standpipe. Everywhere walking in Jamaica, you see a pipe, so we can never thirsty. We can never hungry because we have much beaches, rivers, and lakes where we can catch fish and eat.
And you will never go to our beaches and rivers and meet no shit floating by.
You're mad? Listen, after another gully, I had the trenches them here. Me ever tell them, say, listen, we don't need money. We don't have to rich in our money, but we're rich in our nature. And that's the only thing we need is nature. You know, your Bob Marley say, when Mother Earth ready for come back, nature will arise again. So the fuck you need money for? So when time nature come back for the earth, well, yeah, get money. Alright then, when it come back for the earth, then get money. Yeah, get money. We can never ever be hungry.
Facts. We have those type of struggles in the Americas. But, you know, so people stop comparing us, man. You know, we're not the same people, man.
Oh yeah, Akeem. Sorry, Akeem. Sorry to cut the cup. Yeah, Akeem. I'm talking about when Belgium. Yeah, but Belgium is Germany, innit? I don't even know that. I don't even know them places because to be honest, I don't go to them places. There, so I don't really study them people, their history. They fuck them up bad. They cut off their hands and foot. They deform them. They deform them like no other in history. Some of the shit, and you know, Germany still have their bones. You know, they still have their bones put up in fucking in the museum. I see one documentary on it. I need to drop that as well. Congo man talking about him wanting grandfather bone them back. Germany said no. You shall not have them back. We are not done with them yet.
Wow.
Yeah. So when you can't even defend what your ancestors left you behind, much less you gonna come and chat to me. Listen, let the British tell you when they step foot in Jamaica. And the Arawaks tear them up. They say you ain't coming here to do nothing. You ain't coming here to do nothing. And this and this lie that Columbus wrote and told you in a book is all a goddamn lie. Columbus's whole book was a lie about he had slaves. No, honey, let me tell you, when Columbus arrived in Jamaica, they gave him food. And he motherfucking came back again. He came back. Go and look up the meaning of Indian pow. Look up the word Indian pow and you see what Indian pow means. It used to be a cultural thing that they used to do in Jamaica in 1992. Where all the Indians from so-called America and all over used to come to Jamaica. Where they said the first people to ever taught Columbus how to wash his motherfucking ass and taught him how to put food in his mouth. When you're talking to the same people. Because you can't defend your ancestors' bone that they got in a goddamn cave. My ancestors' bones ain't in no cave. There ain't no goddamn cave that's been guarded by no white man. Unfortunately, they all been buried on their land back in Jamaica. Every single one of them been laid at rest on their land. From Daddy Sam Sharp to Uncle Paul, they all been laid side by side with each other. Side by side, side by side, side by side, side by side with each other.
Uncle Ray.
And Uncle Ray. There you go. Now we're gonna have to remove him because he's a goddamn plantation stealer. Still, we have to talk about that another time. Yeah. Yeah. So we ain't the same people.
Facts.
Yeah, we ain't the same people at all. So when you can go defend the bones, then come back and chat to me. You can't defend shit. The British can come to your country and do anything at any time. You don't have your government use you as a test subject. I keep telling them this. When a couple of months ago, when they were talking about the corona vaccine and everybody was saying, let's go to Africa. Look at that. Look at that. You're a shithole. Don't nobody respect you. So how the fuck are you the mother for the world? Don't nobody respect you. Who's going to disrespect their mother? If you is the mother, who going to disrespect the mother? Don't nobody disrespect the mother. I would never disrespect my mother. You must be crazy. So if you is the mother and your children, and you're meant to be the so-called creator of nature, everybody came from you. But nobody respect you. You say, oh, it's because the Europeans told them that we're a shithole, we're this. What is the truth? They're not lying. You're a shithole. You don't have water. It's not a lie. That's one thing that these goddamn white people never lied about. They never lied about Africa. I'll tell you that right now. They lied about taking out slaves, but they never lied about them being disease-ridden. Because, you know, the reason why they be saying that, because they know you always signed yourself up like a goddamn guinea pig in a cage. As soon as they dangle a bit of mango in your face, you go running on the wheel to catch it. And you never catch it. Because they just leave you high and dry and poor and with a whole load of diseased children.
It's crazy. I mean, even I saw a little image, a photo, and it had some that saying, "Yeah, go back to Africa. Let's go back to Ghana, return to Ghana." It's like one picture. It was like one picture from America. I was like, "Wow!" So these people are trying to tell people to go back to Africa.
Who was saying that? One African.
Yeah, like a picture with three bulls saying, "Yeah, we should turn back to Ghana." Turn to Ghana.
You know, they're only telling the Americans and that.
Yeah, I know that.
Because they ain't talking to the Caribbean people. Because they know that they will get one left hook across their eye with no question asked about it.
Mm-hmm.
So they must be talking to the Americans when they say that.
No, there was a picture was in North America, but I mean, to share the audacity, I was like, wow, so this is like promotion, they're trying to promote Africa and while people are suffering. You people don't give a flying fuck, bro.
So why are we not running for these visas?
So I should go and spend my good money.
I mean, if this place is our motherland, like they claim, no one requires a visa to go home. No one.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a free flight automatically. So it's all a fucking game.
Facts.
Listen, these people know what they're doing. And they know, as I said, Doppy know who for frighten. Your vibe started a prayer song. I said, Doppy know who for frighten. Doppy know who for frighten. And let me tell you something. These people are playing on these people's oppression. And a man that plays on your oppression is a dangerous individual. Facts. Yeah? You play on people's oppression. This is why okay, let me jump back into the Rasta committee. I know it's not about them today. I'm going to jump on them in 2 seconds. That's what they did to the Rastafarians. They were being oppressed by normal man. Nama Manley was telling people to kill them. That they were dreadful people. They were ungodly. They were demons. They were the devil. And you know who was attacking these Rastafarians? The white British people that lived in Jamaica. And made it look like it was us that was oppressing them. It wasn't.
And let's break down this bullshit for a minute, sis. They say
Yeah.
we from Ghana, they say we from Africa, them say we from Nigeria. We in Europe, and then we all know that Africa is a stone throw from Europe, a boat ride, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But still, if we get in trouble, where our ass getting deported to?
Jamaica.
So we need a professor.
Listen, a man cannot deport you to somewhere where you never originally came from.
Facts.
Right? If you never, they know that you don't come from there. Jamaica is not just our nationality, it's also ethnicity as well. Because when they talk about, oh, you can't say, oh, they say Jamaica is just a nationality, it's not ethnicity. It's not just our nationality, it's also ethnicity. The food that we eat doesn't resemble Africa. The way we dance, the way we sing, the way we do this, the way we do that. It's got no resemblance to them. Dancehall and reggae is one of the biggest things then. Show me
Hey,
one.
sis, when you talk about dance, sorry for cut you.
You're gone, sis.
Them not a rhythm and groove, they move like, me know what I call it now, the Tin Man, the Wizard of Oz. Hey, wanna stop it, yeah? We full of rhythm and vibration. Those motherfuckers and them dance and hook up and block up themselves like hookworm. Fuck.
But then there you go. So nothing that we do, religion-wise, nothing that we do resemble them. So then these people that they know, they cannot deport you back to somewhere where you did not come from. So if they say that you come from Ghana, but supposedly you're in the Caribbean, they're gonna take you back to Ghana. But if you're a Jamaican, they can't remove you back to Ghana because you don't come from Ghana. You wasn't born in Ghana. Your ancestors was not found in Ghana. So you cannot remove a man from somewhere where he did not come from. What? Okay, then if we and these Africans are the same people, when they're deporting them, why don't they deport them to the Caribbean? They know they can't come around here. Why? Okay, why don't they come to the Caribbean and live amongst us and have children with us since we and them is the same people? They should come and do
When?
that. No, I'm saying, why don't they? Why don't they?
No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm just saying when. Never.
Yeah, exactly, sis. Yeah. They would never step foot because they know we ain't the same people. They know we don't fuck with them like that.
Facts.
This is the tip of the iceberg. Do you not see the other day that I sent something over about that Nigerian that lives in a gully in Jamaica? He came to Jamaica 30 years ago, thinking Jamaica was the land of wood, water, and fucking oil, and talking about he needs somewhere to live. Which Jamaica you're looking at? Because the Jamaican government don't even fucking provide somewhere to live for the citizens in Jamaica, much as to provide for you, and you as a foreigner in our land. He live in a fucking gully, and a gully is dirty. A gully is like a fucking sewer. That's how we got a dash of rubbish, And he must sleep from gully to gully to gully to gully. And him have this thick-ass, I remember in migrate go Jamaica 30 years ago, and him have this thick-ass African accent still. And I'm like, what the fuck? We ain't the same people, and they know it. They know we ain't the same. Because you come Jamaica, they might say, oh, you're African. Yeah, man. Africa you come from, man. That's all they might say. Yeah, you come from Africa. They never gonna say nothing else. They must say Africa. Them not say nothing else apart from that. So we ain't the same people. So this CM, let me tell you something. Them start pushing this CM people agenda from back in the night, I would say back in the 2000, 2001, 2002. That's when them start pushing this CM people agenda. Cause my father said when him come here, it used to be Caribbeans. And the Caribbean, them was the Jamaicans, the Trinidadians, the Bajans, the St. Lucian, the Guyanese people, them, the Cuban, them, the Haitian, them. All of the Caribbean, them, from the English-speaking Caribbean to the Dutch, to the French, to the Spanish. Them was the Caribbean. They never had no African Caribbean business. right? Then
That's
all of a
right.
sudden now, them start put on this Afro-Caribbean business. And then most of the Caribbean people, them start lick out on it. So now, when I go for Philly in a farm now, you notice all them say Africa, then Caribbean. They don't put this African-Caribbean thing on it because them know so nobody now go sign that. That's why you have to read things before you sign it. Because remember, say them just sneak in this Afro-Caribbean business. You know? I mean, I say Afro-Caribbean. How would that word they come from? Never hear that yet in my life.
That's right.
Yeah. Them never talk about that yet. Them never talk about that yet not for them life. At the end of the day, we are not them, you're not us. You can't come to some Caribbean country. If you look on, me that read this advert in a Barbados, so one Ghana man go Barbados, and he must say him never like the way the people them treat him in a black country. Get the fuck out of here. You ain't from here. What the fuck? What were you expecting that we were gonna roll out a welcome mat for you? What were you expecting? You ain't from here. Period. We ain't rolling out shit for you. You ain't from here. If when you go to Jamaica, if they're calling the kids them that are born to Caribbean people foreigner, what did you think the Jamaicans are gonna look at you and say welcome home? No, motherfucker, they say foreigner. They say foreigner. Yeah. Even when you go to Jamaica, you say, oh, my parents are Jamaican. And then will say, you're born here? And you say, no. They must say, they're a foreigner, man. You're English, man. Or you're British, man. I saw them do it. So you know what come after your blood clap banana boat should have drop in the middle of the sea and drown you. I go come things here, I come in, I go roll out red carpet and come and talk about I. You're mad no fuck. Go back where you come from. Yeah.
Mad. But I'm gonna share a video. Mad. MPS Yame, nothing but fire. Nothing but fire. Mad.
To watch because you're too soft-handed, because they're not fucking white, basically. You daren't enforce the law because there's too many people who aren't white, and you don't know what to do you? You don't even draw your batons, you don't put your riot gear on. You let your officers get clapped from the side. You're watching police officers get sideswiped and punched and kicked all over the floor. And you don't enforce the law, why not? What's your problem? Oh man, I'm just watching it and I'm getting so fucking angry. Just thinking, how the fuck can you let that happen in our capital city? How can you move? It's not that you let it happen. You purposely let it happen. You moved the men out of the way that were there to protect that statue. And you made sure that those people could come and vandalise it. Piers Morgan, any celebrity who has supported this bullshit, those 27 injured police officers, it's on your hands, okay? I think 70% of people killed in police custody in the United States are white. You talk about white privilege. 600,000 crimes were committed in the United States last year by black people against white people. 60,000 crimes were committed by white people against black people. Don't bring this bullshit politics to our country, because we haven't got it. That racial tensions that they might have in the United States, we don't have based on race. Race politics, which BLM, you've done more to break down race fucking integration in this country than anyone's tried to do. Much more than the National Front ever done. Look what you've done. Look what you're doing. The divide that you're about to create in this country is fucking going to be unrecognisable. And you've done it. They've been allowed to do it. It's funded by all these far-left organisations, Antifa. And they're supported by politicians. The Labour Party supported that today. The Labour Party. How fucking weak. Anyway, next Saturday, I'll see you all in London. Because my blood pressure's about to go. I can't believe what's come of our country.
Yes. This person is an NF. We call that National Front. He's a racist. You know? So England is not paradise. You talk that bag of facts, but it's not racist. Go suck your mother, man. He knows. He knows, but yes. You know, these type of people are about in England, you know, in the UK. They're still very racist. They're the same things that people go through in the mainland, you go through the same things over in England or the Europe. Same routed thing. You understand? It's just different in the sense that, the law and the police officers or policy holders is different. It's just crazy, but yeah. It's like, but most people in this country just protesting and doing this vandalism. It's all Caucasian people. It's not melanated people. It's all Caucasians, man. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if if they bought actors to do the same thing what they did in America. Where they started paying people to protest and pay people to vandalize and stuff like that. Like what happened in America. It's this whole thing's staged, man. It's all staged to take away people's rights. That's what I see it as. This whole thing. Go ahead there,
and declassify us all over again.
Yep. That's true. That's true. That's very true. I mean, if you look how everything played out, the coronavirus, then this so-called alleged George Floyd, that's like, but hold on. Look how many people have been dying before George Floyd, and there was no such thing as a protest like this. Now, what makes George Floyd so special? Right? You understand what I'm trying to say? I'm not trying to be like, I'm just saying, what makes George Floyd so special? Why everybody's protesting? People were getting killed before George Floyd, and nobody protested like this. You understand what I'm trying to say? What makes this person so special? But obviously, I need this person's, it's Masonic and these things. So it's all staged to get people to be emotional. Because remember, this corona so-called alleged thing has people emotional anyway, because their rights has been taken away. They can't go out like how they normally go out and do certain things. You understand? So they're already emotional. It's just a little stage for you to take people's rights away, but it's like a stage show. It's all staged. Not sure if it was George Floyd or the guy they saying it is his friend, Stephen Jackson. You see? It's true. It's true, Akim. I mean, it's all these things are staged to get people up in arms and emotional so you can take their rights away.
But what I'm saying is, nobody can reclassify you, right? If you're not signing any forms. So let's go back to what I was saying earlier on again about the Caribbean thing. When we came here, we were Caribbeans. 2002, they tried to push this agenda being African Caribbean, right? Then they removed from that when the Caribbean people started to lick out and start calling us Afro-Caribbean in 2006. 2006 now, people start to lick out again, and then they give us back our old identity as Caribbean. You have to stand up and talk for your rights. If you don't stand up and talk for your rights, people will reclassify you because you're not standing up and talking for your rights. When Jesse Jackson brought that law in, what to say you're African American? What those Americans should have done is argued that law. They should have objected to it. They should have said, no, I'm not African American, I'm an American citizen. I'm a Cherokee. You gonna class me as a Cherokee? Because how comes now, okay, if this is the case that people are saying it cannot be argued, right? How comes now a lot of people now finding their native background and coming out and saying I'm Cherokee, I'm Arawak, I'm Blackfoot, I'm Purplefoot, I'm Bluefoot, I'm Greenfoot? You should have argued that situation back then. When people come and tell you something that you are not, you got to argue it. You don't just collect it. You argue it. That's how reclassification come in, because people sit back too easy and let people tell them something that they are not. It's like me sitting here and somebody gonna tell me, oh, you Ashanti, you come from Ghana, or you Akka. Get the fuck out of here. I don't come from nowhere. And this is the reason why you have them dumb people like them Rasta pythons who be out here calling themselves Africans. Because these people have done reclassified them, and a lot of them are out here signing that fucking paper saying that they're Africans. You have to argue these things. You cannot just sit back and let people reclassify you without you arguing it. I ain't signing that shit. Period.
Facts.
Yeah. You have to know what it is.
Facts.
Yeah. Or speak up. Otherwise you're gonna get left behind. Nobody can come in and do something without your permission. Remember that. Permission was given because you were not willing to get up and fight for it. That's the only way permission was given. Yeah. You get up and fight for it, then nobody can do it. People know not to fuck with you. How comes nobody has reclassified the Maroons or reclassified the indigenous people in America that decided to fight for their land? You can call the Maroons, but they will tell you I'm an Arawak. Nobody ever reclassified them as African in Jamaica because they were not fucking playing. They let you know this is our land. You came here. You saw us on this land. You got to stand up for what you believe in. But instead of the Americans argue what Jesse Jackson have done, they were too busy over here arguing Marcus Garvey. Like, Marcus Garvey never gave you no African American title. Marcus Garvey just said he was going to escort you on a goddamn boat, accompany you to go somewhere where you never came from. But him himself, he never went. Jesse Jackson went into goddamn parliament and changed your whole identity. And you, until this day, you're still out here signing it, I'm African American. When you go to the doctor, you sign that you're an African American. That's what you basically do. Because no matter where you go in the world, when you go somewhere to register, whether you go to register for a phone, register a new doctor service, no matter where you go, you're signing that paper to say you're an African American. You're African American. That's what you're basically signing. But how? Now, I just said I'm an American. I am a Cherokee. I don't know where the African came from, but I ain't never been to that place. I ain't never planning to go there. So I'm going to need you to remove that from my motherfucking form. Simple as.
Facts.
You argue. If you know something is wrong, you argue it. Yeah.
I agree. So I'm gonna share a little image, and then I'm gonna go for a break. So this is an article from I think Copper found this. I done it from Copper's I think I have a Copper found it, or I found it on Tom's IG. But this is regarding a king from the UK. I'll be up for you. So Charles Duke of St. Albans is son to King Charles II by Mrs. I, was made by King William, one of the bedchamber and captain of the band of pioneers, and sent by that king to France to congratulate the marriage of Duke of Burgundy. Excuse me. He is a gentleman every way, the bon naturel, well-bred, do not love buffaloons, is well affected to the constitution of his country. He is black complexion, not too tall as the Duke of Newfoundland, yet very like King Charles, turned of 30 years old. So yes, I mean, so when people are talking about slavery, you have to remember that these people wasn't around. It was the majority of people was dark skinned. It wasn't white people walking around like that. Pick up yourself, Copper. But I remember that King Charles and all these kings of Europe and queens, a royalty over here, Ireland, Scotland, you know. Those melanated people, man. They ain't no white people,
Facts.
you know. Yes, ask yourself, so when do white people start ruling these things? Well, you know, the original people, they exiled them out from their country or from the island. Out.
Our school helped them out of the Caucasus Mountains.
That's true. That's true. You know. Yes.
And stop crawling on all four. And teach them how to shave.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Questions that the average person doesn't ask or doesn't seek to find answers to when they met. Oh yeah, you was a slave, but hold on a minute. I mean, if I go back 200 years or 300 or 400 years ago or 500 years ago, you wasn't in charge. So when did you come in charge? When did you become the royalty of Europe? You know, the original people of Europe was melanated. Where did you come into play and take over these type of things? What timeline are we taking?
Child, they would say we forgot. We don't remember. That's all they're gonna be saying. Yeah, we forgot. We lost that book of registration. Yeah. They lost that goddamn book of registration.
Okay. We see from KMO did a post saying that the theory around 1848.
So 1848 to now is how long?
It's not that long, you know.
1848 till 2000? Isn't that about 100 years now? Or about 200?
No, about 200. 1850.
Yeah. Or what? 1850?
1848.
Or 1848? Let me put this shit in my calculator, because you know I will not be knowing.
But I mean,
This is what I'm telling people, Chief Inca. These motherfuckers haven't been around for that long. They paint themselves into, I mean, everything they show us is whitewash. So why would I buy that shit? Show me the original painting. They're showing us some fucking stick, man. Our people don't draw no fucking stick, man. The fuck out of here with all that. Our people are proper artists.
You know.
The fuck you mean? Come on, man.
Oh, sorry, sis. It's 172 years.
Okay.
Fucking hell, not even 200 yet. 172 years.
Okay. That's what I'm trying to say, sis. It's easy. Very, very easy. So all this 400 years of history and 500 years of history and 1,000 years. How the fuck they know all this and our ancestors left all of this for us to recover and discover, and we don't know shit. We don't even have a clue about these things. Y'all going in the pyramids. We're not allowed to go there. Y'all in certain sacred places, certain burial grounds, certain amounts. We don't have access to go there. What the fuck? And then y'all come back. Oh yeah, we found the bones that looking like this. The ancestors probably don't even look. Fuck all what they're showing us is dried out body with fucking locks, like something, you know, some kind of fucking artwork. Cause we know Hollywood is good for all that.
There you go. There you go. Ain't nobody listening to them. Ain't nobody in their right mind listening to no crook lizards. Okay? Ain't nobody listening to them. They is not well people. Yeah, they're not well people. I always tell my mom this. I said to my mom, these people are dysfunctional. They are not well. So they have to make themselves seem superior. Because they are a nobody. And when you are a nobody, you will make yourself be seen by anything that will give you the attention. So this is where the Mental Health Act comes in. Why do you think they've got so many Mental Health Acts? Because they know themselves. They know what they are. So ain't nobody taking these people serious. Like who? Nobody in their right mind should ever take these people serious. So when they come in and they tell me this, they say, oh yeah, but we've been here and we made you come. Bitch, you never made me come nowhere. You never made me come nowhere. My ancestors are older than you. Say my ancestors are older than you. How the fuck did you enslave them? And they're older than you, wiser than you. They even teach you how to wash your ass and tell you you pick the lice out of your hair, or you bald the hair off of your head when the lice take over. So how you gonna enslave people that was wiser than you? They're not well. There's nobody listening to them when they come with their 400 years of slavery. 400 years. 400 years.
When you only
Jesus.
been around 172, you're giving 400 years of history. What the fuck?
But this is it. They can't be found nowhere in the world. Where can they be found? Where can they be found? They can't be found nowhere in the world. They can't be found in Egypt. They can't be found nowhere. Not even in the mainlands they can be found. You can't be found. This is why they went to Egypt and they chop off every single nose off the statues. They went to the mainlands. And then you see this movie that Mel Gibson made, The Apocalypse. And he's got all these Europeans running around talking about their sacrificing each other to see the god of sun, to see the god of rain, to see the god of thunder, to see... What the fuck? There were nobody doing that. There were nobody sacrificing anybody to see no son of God. Because back then nobody was worshipping no God. People were practicing to their ancestors. And my grandmother always said her mother told her that the way to go forward is through your ancestors. You give your ancestors the message and then the ancestors give it to whoever that is higher than them. So they be over here lying. They be over here lying. They've been lying for 400 centuries to themselves. They were in the cave telling themselves, okay, when we come out of here, we gonna tell the world that we were over here cutting our toenails for 400 years and that we show these melanated people how to run the earth. No, you didn't. Because you're in a goddamn cave shaped like a monkey with all this fur in your goddamn ears, neck, and eyes. There was nobody listening to you. That's what I'm saying. All of these history books are. Why do you think that they're in power? They're in charge of every single history book. They're in charge of every single history book. So that's even when you hear me out when I tell these retarded Africans that don't have much sense. I say who's this history that you're being taught in school? Who wrote it?
They've took control of all records. Period.
Yeah. No, but sis, this history that we are being taught that they came and conquered us, they wrote it.
Never.
They wrote it themselves.
Otherwise, we wouldn't be standing. When you conquer a nation, that means everything. Remember they said we died by diseases, viruses,
Yeah.
and then what was left was massacred. So that means AKA the land was empty and full with nothing but blood and dead bodies. Where did they do with all them dead bodies? We don't know. Where's the burial mounds? We don't know. But we born on the soil, we come and see our people still there. So
Yeah.
how are we conquered?
Child, they best go tell the Maroons that they wiped out. They said that every Arawak that was in Jamaica, they wiped them
Lies.
out. But
Lies.
how comes the Arawaks now, the people that you call Maroon are Arawaks? The people
That's
that you call...
impossible.
Yeah.
We have
No,
too many mountains, too many hills. That's
but
a mission impossible to conquer people.
that's what
It's
I am
our land. We
saying.
know our hand like a palm. Like, come on, man.
So this is why they're pulling this method about they took Africans out of Africa and bring them to the Caribbean, and then they run up in mountains. Listen, motherfucker, you never took nobody from nowhere. Because if you took them from where you said you took them from, there's no fucking way they would have conquered you on that land, because you would have known that land better than them. Because remember, Columbus had already sailed the whole of the fucking Caribbean before he stopped in Jamaica. So he would have knew Jamaica like the back of his hand. And the Maroons have been running away from Columbus's ass before even the British even came. So you goddamn lying. And you know you lying. And you can't go
But,
to no Maroon in Jamaica and tell them they're African. Because they can't tell
but
you, oh, your ancestors fuck with my land. One time you come back to fuck with it again. Now I'm have to chop you up.
But sis, this is how we know, just simple logic and common sense and critical thinking. We know that this thing is all a motherfucking facade, because we got some bushes back home that when that motherfucker get you, he gets you, you know what I mean? And these motherfuckers don't know nothing
Sis,
about them things. Nothing about them things.
sis,
There ain't
sis.
nobody coming to get us in no dense area full of no trees, no bushes, no nothing. Nobody coming to get
Oh
us.
my God,
If they
sis.
coming to us, they coming to us in peace. They coming for help. They coming for something, trading something. Ain't nobody coming
Nah.
to conquer nobody. So why the fuck ain't we being conquered today? What? That's what I'm saying. All these things, these great things, why have they stopped?
No, sis, we need to tell them about Blue Mountain Peak, or we need to tell them about we need to tell them about the mountain that's in Saint Elizabeth, the one that they call All God's Island, the
We
mountain that
even
touched
got
the
we even
fucking
got a
sky.
motherfucker. Sis, we got a sea in Jamaica, sis. That sea is separate. It's two separate kind of water, yeah, and
Yeah.
it separates itself and stays like
All
that. I've
right.
never seen such shit in my. And they said that it
All
was two
right.
brothers. It was one land, but the two brothers kept fighting, so the motherfucking land just split. You know, the water come and split the separate it in half.
Separate.
So it's
All
two
right.
separate waters, but you can see the line that separate them, that they ain't mixing at no time.
No, then there you go. We need to tell them about Blue Mountain Peak. When you go up in that fucking mountain, if you don't know your way
Where we
back,
get
you're
some of the
fucked.
best, where we get some of the best coffees.
All right. And they don't know that Blue Mountain Peak is one of the coldest fucking mountains in the world. So how the fuck did you go out there and conquer the Maroons?
And they say even snow up there sometimes.
There you go. So they stay lying. They stay lying.
Oh
They've
dang.
been lying for history. You never bought not one African on Jamaican soil. Because if you go back to Jamaica right now, you go down to the Maroon village and you take the Maroons out and you put them against the Ghanaians or the Sierra Leones. History have told you that that you've removed people from the mainland America and removed them from the Caribbean, and the Maroons, pardon me, the Maroons, they died. So if they came from that scabies place that you said that they came from, and the minute they went there, they were fucking dropping like flies. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? They
And
went
they
to the
keep
go.
telling us,
No,
sorry,
sis, go.
they
No, go
keep
ahead,
telling us
sis.
this bullshit about the fucking Atlantic, which we know is one of the most dangerous motherfucking seas to go across. So how many? So how the fuck you get ships across there that has its own different current going multiple ways? Huh?
There you
So
go.
what ship went through that? Fuck out of here.
But sis, if the Titanic couldn't make it through, how the fuck were they gonna make it through? And when the Titanic crashed, it was in when they had all this technology when the Titanic crashed. So you mean to tell me you put this fucking little boat together that was made of fucking 100% wood, and you was just
But
sailing along these seas, sailing,
but
sailing until
but
you got.
it's funny how you say the Titanic, and you know, obviously the picture they give us was like they were going through ice. So my depiction is, was these motherfuckers trying to go to Antarctica?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But then, but then back then, where the fuck was this ice coming up? Where the hell was this ice coming up? Because if you read in history, they said the British. I was reading this book that was written by what's his name, Oral Fox. Is it Oral Fox? He's a Jamaican biographer and author. He said when the British invaded America, they killed so many native people to the point that the earth had shift on its axis. The earth had shift. So where the fuck did this ice come from? Because global warming ain't just something that came up now. Global warming was from back then. So it ain't something now. So there wouldn't have been no ice out there for the Titanic to crash. You just went on a sea, you didn't know how to operate the sea, and the sea just sunk you. That's all that happened. The sea just sunk you. These people be telling lies. They're still pushing this you came from Africa business. Africa is a shithole. Africa has nothing. Africa's children, they're just scattered across the world, sucking goats' breasts, dogs' breasts, cat breasts, lizards' breasts. And I don't think lizards, they even have any breasts, but they just be sucking anything that they can find to get a scrap of milk.
Yes. All right, viewers. I'm going to go for a little break. We got Copper Hot Step. We got ICCC. We got people in the chat. Certain listeners, big up yourself on the tree, but big up yourself. And for you pagans, go suck your mother. Straight like that, no chaser. Yeah, so obviously Gamma's not here today, and I'm leading the charge. One second.
Someone wins a daily jackpot every single day.
This one is called Mr. Killer. Run with it. You already know this song. It's one of the favorites that we always play.
Me and my friend Mr. Rum is here to destroy your party. You are static, I have some stress, so I take some shots. But I won't have thing ready to just boy. I heard a voice talking in my head. He said, put your little bed, you can't put your bed. So I said, who is talking there and where you from? The voice tell me my name is Mr. Rum. You hear the iron, that means it's stop. Don't let nobody style you. Mash it up flat, then they become something. Anything, from them it to grab something. Anything, I just want to become something. Anything, watch how I will grab something. Anything, from them it to run with it. Run with it. Run with it. Become something, start to run with it. Run with it. Run with it. Run with it. Become something, start to run with it. Boy, hello, hi. Me and my friend Mr. Rum is here to destroy your party. You are static, I have some stress, so I take some shots. But I won't have thing ready to just boy. I heard a voice talking in my head. He said, put your little bed, you can't put your bed. So I said, who is talking there and where you from? The voice tell me my name is Mr. Rum. You hear the iron, that means it's stop. Don't let nobody style you. Mash it up flat, then they become something. Anything, from them it to grab something. Anything, I just want to become something. Anything, watch how I will grab something. Anything, from them it to run with it. Run with it. Run with it. Become something, start to run with it. Run with it. Run with it. Run with it. Become something, start to run with it. Boy, excuse me, let me vibe. You don't want to have fun? Then move your sock. You do like soca. Then what you doing here? You don't know when jab drink rum. We do not care. Cause the life at the party is in our hands. But I don't say don't worry, cause I am Superman. And you see all my haters. Normally I duck you, but when I drink me rum now, I want to tell you. It'll make me become something. Anything, from them me to grab something. Anything, I just want to pick up something. Anything, watch how I will grab something. Anything, from them me to run with it. Run with it. Run with it. Pick up something, start to run with it. Run with it. Run with it. Run with it. Pick up something, start to run with it. So when you see me Never is that. No matter what rum, we drinking that. Not even vent. Tell me go back. Cause the room tell me to take checks so I flatten that. I tell ya, master come to play now. Bada la la piana. Don't care what people say now. Bump to pick away now. Jamming something on the ground. Bump and slowly tumble down. Nothing cannot hold me down. When you see it, you can pick up something. Anything. From tell me to grab something. Anything. I just want to pick up something. Anything. Watch how I will grab something. Anything. From tell me to run with it. Run with it. Run with it. Pick up something. Start to run with it. Run with it. Run with it. Run with it. Pick up something. Start to run with it. Hello, 911. Hi. I have an emergency. I need to get to the next minute urgency. Why?
And once again, that was Mr. Killer. Run with it. Once again, that was Mr. Killer. Run with it. Heavyweight banger. Make sure you cut that and download that and put your sound system in your car stereo and play that shit out loud to the max. The B-line is crazy. The next song I'm gonna give you is going to be
Would you like the special menu?
That's me and the twist of a right hit sound. It's the elephant man. That's me and the twist of a right hit sound. And my yo jump club. Let's show them how we get it cooked up in the club. On the wind up. Shake that booty. Turn it around. Turn it around. Back that. So help that thing up. Wine go down. Wine go down. Shake that booty. Shake that thing. Turn it around. New York ladies. Back that. Down south. Wine go down. Jump in at the club and the music sweet. If you juke, y'all, juke, y'all, juke, y'all, juke, y'all. Up on the wall. Looking at the mirror and juke, y'all, juke, y'all, juke, y'all, juke, y'all. Up on the ground. Looking at the ear and juke, y'all, juke, y'all, juke, y'all, juke, y'all. Jump in the tub. Line up your rump and juke, y'all, juke, y'all, juke, y'all, juke, y'all. Shake that. Wine, wine. Y'all looking fine, fine, fine. One thing that on your mind, fine, fine. Bend over and wine, fine, fine. The Jamaican girls, fine, fine. The New York girls, fine, fine. The young Southern girls, them a wine, wine. Them a wine, wine. Them a wine, wine. I turn around and shook and drop low to the floor and swing it back and like that, there you go. Pop the bottle, get loose for your foe and roll them hips to the left for once more. I shake it off a bend over, spread wide. Be back again and on a whole new ride. With elephant man, a twist of your blood. The off in the skin in the middle of the club. So bring it here, a little mama fall in. And I go who that is on in. So DJ bring it back. I gotta take up some rest. Be right when you get that whistle. Now come and show me, won't you show me that love? Back it up on the pistol when I come up in the club. Look at the sister while she twerk that thing. Make me wanna let her hop in my old boat wine. Now you get on me while I blow my load. Sipping hypnotic while you drop it down low. I be that nigga with the Rockefeller crew. Come pop up on me, let me see what that do. Come in, mama, you so thick, it's ridiculous. Look at your body, I like how you shake and twerk it, this style. Your body elegant, all this shit is a rattle, and it's an elephant. Then goes swimming from the city of shy. You your body like you come from Jamaica, go in my pocket to get your end of the clock thing. Look how she kicking that booty cheek like a ring and winding. So when you hit a cut, drop, sing. Jump in at the club and the music sweet. If you juke, y'all, juke, y'all, juke, y'all, juke, y'all. Up on the wall, I'm looking at the mirror and juke, y'all, juke, y'all, juke, y'all, juke, y'all. Up on the ground, I'm right at the ear and juke, y'all, juke, y'all, juke, y'all, juke, y'all. Jump in the tub, line up your rump and juke, y'all, juke, y'all, juke, y'all. I'm so power from the Harlem with the strip club. I don't trip, I tip, so the girl love. I know you know the face, I'm a young blood, but don't talk, did you? Go take a dub. She said she love my song, wanna show the world. I told her show me a phone for another dub. I came for some action, I don't want a hood. If it ain't had to hit another club. Drinks on, throw a couple ones high. Make a shake some till the bank run high. But a straight shot, I ain't finna run high. Make a trip from the night to the sun now. Everyone loves the girl, yeah, no shabba saying one more, come more. See your booty when they get that encore. Every girl from a foot like a door. Shake that booty, turn it around, back that love. Help that thing up, wine go down, shake that booty, turn it around. New York ladies, back that love. She not so till me fine when we flip the kind. Rich and the girl them a wine. Hold up, let's go back in time. Remember Genie wine, remember Genie when you see me give me grind. You want dance and with the time. Jump between the lines, push girls that push them a wine. Every girl want them career shine. Jump in the top, if you don't mind, you get a complete with it like a Charlie Brown. Jump in the top, girl, let me see booty bump on the floor, this is a hardy bump. Shake that booty, turn it around, back that club. Wine go down, shake that booty, turn it around, back that club. Wine go down, jumping at the club on the music street, if you look y'all, on the wall, looking at the mirror and look y'all.
As you already know, that's Elephant Man Juk Gal remix. Yes. Heavyweight. Banger. Make sure you download it and play that for your stereo and your car system to the max. Crank it up. The last song, before we get back into it, it's going to be
Oh, the special boy.
Foxy Brown. Oh yeah.
Yeah, what I said, sorry. Think it up, mister. Yeah, what I said, sorry. Yeah. Get a hundred answer. Woo. Yeah.
Critically acclaimed, rap bitch in the game, coast to coast, stash the gat and host the girl, dark skin, Christian Dior, poster girl, Moroccan Tim's bitch, and a Gucci loafer girl. Niggas say I'm too pretty to spit rhymes, pretty. Fuck y'all thought, we dance around in suits like I'm pretty. Show niggas how we run this city, respect my name. Boogie nigga, stay in your lane, like the hurricane. Rains on bitches like Sugar Shane, and deal with me, y'all rap bitches to mention Fox name. What's beef? Beef is when bitches think it's sweet. See, I'm frontin' in the streets and let my gat I'm in my own fucking world. I speak how I feel. Sometimes I feel like I'm just too fucking real. I love to stack riches. No disrespect, y'all. I respect the rap game, but I don't fuck with rap bitches. I'm speaking from my heart. It's not that I'm too good, I'm just hood. Been like this from the fucking start. Since I bust my gun in 96. Y'all ain't never see me flick up with them fake ass chicks. Bitches now up in your face. Turn around and pop shit. You an in the street bitch. I'm an in the streets bitch. I might breeze through Prada, Chloe your tips. But other than that, it's just me and my I dream filthy, my moms and pops mixed in with the Trini rum and whiskey. Proper set off, 6 fed off, gas let off. I speak calm, youngster, and pours up like screech you done, boy. We got no rock product like pop bottles in the back of the cellar with Donatella. Cartier wristwear, Pasha cage face. That nigga stand in line just to get a sneak taste. Act like y'all know I keep scat beneath waist. And like 100,000 each crib it needs safe. When Fox come through, she have a burn the place. I'm like Marion Jones. What? Who the fuck one real listening? Never tripping, never catch where I'm slipping. Y'all was nice and round mics like Pippin. Shit, to all my thugs that's glutton and crippin'. I'm still shit, still on riding, switch.
And that was Foxy Brown, oh yeah. Once again, that was Foxy Brown, oh yeah. Heavyweight banger. Make sure you get that. Play it for your car stereo to the max. Crank it up. Crank it up. Hi-fi, crank it up. Yes, a banger. Yes, this is Fully Bad on the corner, the corner Empire. You know, ICCC. Fully Bad. Yes, man. Big up to any subscribers, old subscribers. Big up yourself, man, and respect. People in the chat, man, and respect. Big up yourself. Site listeners, big up yourself. And on the playback, big up yourself. And for you pagans out there, go suck your mother. You know what I mean? This is Fully Bad. Go so bad. Out and bad. Yes, so let's continue. It's gonna be a quick little live stream, you know. And yeah. So I'm gonna show you a couple more videos and then we're gonna talk a little bit and then yeah, we're gonna be out of here, man. Alright.
I'm so good. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is crazy.
Yes. One more time from the beginning.
I'm so good. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is crazy.
Yes. This is yeah, yes, Akeem. Yeah.
That's mad.
Yeah. And that happens to have enough, man. Start fucking up the island. Hey. You see? Wow. This is mad. That's all I can say. That's crazy. Like, you ain't doing nothing. You see? The younger generations had enough in this country. You know. Yeah, man. Enough kick up and get the police order, the Caucasian juggler, he's wounded. A piece of shit. Get some fuck lick. Yeah, one of them was helping. Yeah, one of them was.
But the thing is that this one of them was none of them might help you. They all stand there with baseball bats and not one of them licking the man to come off of the other one. Especially the big sour one. Instead of him kick down the man, him stand there videoing. They ain't doing shit.
Facts.
Yeah.
Pick up his head. Go ahead, yeah, man.
Because like the man's okay, there's like three
Salute,
of them, right?
healing.
Sorry, sis. There's like three of them, right? You're all standing there. One of them come a baseball bat. The next sour one, him, instead of him trying to get the police officer off of the man, him stand there videoing it, throwing him 2 weak kicks. 2 weak kicks in and he got a whole belly full of food. Drag the policeman and throw him one side and let the man go. The man that the police had down was doing most of the work.
Mm-hmm.
The man fling that. I think I saw the whole video. The man fling down a police officer about 3-4 times.
Right.
And then that's when she the one with the scarf, she run come in. That don't make no sense. They don't make not a sense. Not one sense. Because the police, eventually a whole load of police pull up on them and arrest the whole lot of them. When you could have just fling down the policeman and let your brother go about his business and you go about your day. Because you could have done so that the policeman was already mashed up already. His elbow was bleeding, everything like that. It was already mashed up.
Mm-hmm.
And that one that running, she's a female. Throw her one side and let her sit down one side. I don't do violence against women because I'm a woman myself. But you could have thrown her down one side and then throw the other man one side and then go about your business.
Facts.
But you're still there throwing in 2 weak kicks. Move, man, move, man. That's the only thing you're saying. Move, man, like that ever does nothing. But tell these little idiots to pull out a knife and stab someone else's pitney. You don't have strength for your enemy, but you got strength for your fellow brother that walks down the road. You're quick to pull out a knife and stab him.
Facts.
That all of them deserve to go to jail at this point. Officer, go with all of them. Go with all of them at this point, officer, because they just wasted your time. Yeah. And one of the baseball bat, he wasn't even black. He was that Turkish. He came in the Daily Mail. He was in the fucking Daily Mail giving the whole autopsy on what happened. I'm like, the fuck? Why don't you just mind your business? He gave a whole autopsy on what happened to Clark. And then you had this dick sucker that over here married to that's married to a colonizer. Instead of her, before she go and try and get some justice for the 3 million Bengalis that Churchill murdered, she over here talking, we will not tolerate this thuggish behavior in England. We will not tolerate this. Bitch, shut the fuck up. Because you only just learned that you was brown. And in case no one don't know who I'm talking about this Home Secretary Preeti Patel, what the fuck her name is. Bitch, you just learned that you was brown. Remember my dad told me back in the 70s, them used to call themselves white.
Yes.
The white man used to run them down and kick them up and call them packies and all sorts of name.
Yes.
Pardon my language, I don't mean to use the explicit language on here, but
Man, talk at the things, man. No,
no, but I don't want your page to get flagged, man, because you know what I'm saying.
See, we call them people troglodyte. That's what them is, man.
Or I'm gonna use troglodyte. I'm not gonna use Packy, because Packy gonna get your page flagged, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? My dad used to tell me back in the 70s they will run them down. They used to come and talk about we white. I wanna come up against the Caribbean people them. I want the white people them say, get the fuck out of here. You ain't no white. Them start call themselves brown. You never know you was brown. No matter if you ain't even brown, you fucking yellow. Some of you copper color no clots.
Mm-hmm.
Some of you some copper color looking things. Yeah. Cause she over here thinking that she taking that 3-inch of white dick. She thinking that somebody gonna be recognizing her talking about thuggish behavior. Yet still the big protest that they had the other day with the English Defence League, how many of them get their face lick off clean? Some of them got knocked out so clean the police officer had to be pulling them up from the pavement, throwing them in the ambulance. They're a mess. That whole video is a mess. Because the whole of them got arrested in the end. Whole lot of them got taken. Officer, just go with these waste matters. Because these were the same African boys be out here quick to draw a knife and stab up each other. But you come and see somebody attacking one of your own, and instead of you get a policeman one lick in his clot and throw him one side, you there videoing and lifting up your big, heavy, stinking foot them to kick. And the kick them be mad light as well. Nah, that don't make no sense. Just, officer, just go, please. Because at this point, you're wasting even police time. It's a joke in this country. They're a goddamn joke. Ain't got no sense. Yeah, they ain't got no sense. They ain't got no sense at all. That's why you have this Home Secretary woman talking about his thuggish behavior. Thuggish this, bitch, shut the hell up. And go back to your, and go sit your ass down in Impton Parkway. They got them full set of materials that they be selling for scraps and nettles. She's a mess. She's another one. It's
Peace,
a
y'all.
whole mess.
Peace.
Big ups, everybody. Big ups, everybody.
Okay, what video is next? Yeah, I know, Akeem. Most of them was reclassified as white. I know. Like out in the Caribbean, most of them try and call themselves white, try and talk about they're white. They ain't Indians. No matter of fact, you ain't even Indians, you Hindustans. You over here representing your God with the 30 hands, but she can't do nothing for you. Put that energy into claiming some compensation for your ancestors that got murdered by the hands of Churchill, and let the people them who's protesting for Black Lives Matter, let them do their business. But no, you want to put your mouth involved because you think that you married to your oppressor. You think being married to them people don't automatically make you one of them. You still gonna, or they still gonna call you the packy at the end of the day, sis. So be in one corner.
Facts, all facts.
They still gonna diss you at the end. She best wait. I swear. You see, once the English
Yes.
Defense League settle down, Jesus Christ, they're gonna rip her to shreds. Army, I'ma be in the comment section helping them ripping. I'm be like, yes, go ahead. They're gonna feed her to the wolf. Is she forgetting that she's on disciplinary as well? Oh, Father God. You wait until Boris Johnson is done with her clot. She gonna have to move her whole family out of Ilford Lane. You watch. She gonna see. They'll be some. Then nobody even celebrating their holiday. They try to. They're another one that love to take things about. They bring curry. Oh, but we bring curry to the bitch. You never bought no curry because we do not eat your curry. That tinkiness that you be cooking up, that smelling like goddamn something that needs to be in the toilet. We don't be eating that. We eat our own curry. And it's called Better Pat Curry. And it was made in Jamaica. They will tell you that as well. Not in Pakistan, Bangladesh, Karachi land, or whatever the fuck you come from. You see, let me tell you something. When these people don't marry their cousins, they get out of pocket, They get out of pocket. They have to marry in the family to stay in order. I'm telling you, they are the first royal family. Yeah.
I used to live by this girl. She was an East Indian, and she lived on my street, and they have those arranged marriages. I think she actually was like revolting against like her parents and like the culture because she actually because like one of the things about them, they don't cut their hair. Well, their fur part of we're not supposed to cut our hair either, but they don't cut their fur.
Yeah.
And she actually did cut her fur. And so what she was doing, she was getting like extensions and like trying to hide it. And then eventually like they wanted her to do the arranged marriage, but she didn't go down with it. Apparently her family like disowned her.
Yeah, man, they love their cousins.
Deal with her.
And that's the only way they keep in order when they marry their cousins, because when they come out and they married someone else, they gain confidence. But the men in their family, they keep them down. They open their mouth, they slap them in their mouth straight away. No question about it.
Yo, you're right. I remember watching this video like years ago. It had to be like an East. Yeah, I'm outside. Hillbilly playing with this toy race car. But it was this East Indian dude, and he was apparently he found his wife cheating. It was like on the middle of the road. They didn't have a street. It was like a dry mud road. He grabbed a log and beat her.
Yeah.
Beat her. She was like, no, and beat her with a log. I was more impressed at how the strength he had in order to pick up a log. It was like from an actual tree, but like no branch. It was a log, and he started beating her with it. And he started beating her, and she's like, no, and she was unconscious. He did this in broad daylight.
Yeah,
he did this in broad daylight, and then dragged her. Then he dragged her. I'm like, yo, what the frick is this?
That's how they do it. That's how you keep them in the orders. They have to marry in the family for the orders to be restored. If you
that
don't
just lets you know that they bitches. Because if you're gonna have to do that to try to control, I guess, freedom.
Nah, these people don't deserve freedom. You see, when they have too much freedom, they talk too much.
I think What's up, dude?
They talk way too much when they got freedom. Yeah, Akeem, there used to be a lot of them in Jamaica back in the days. Jamaica was the first place they came to settle because the English brought them and the Chinese over, and they've been coming since the 1400s. So when they say, "Oh, we've been there the 1600s," I'm like, "Nah, bitch, you've been there since the 1400s. You was out in them plantations. Yes, you were out in them plantations. You was just a darker image then. Now you lighter because you think that you absorb for the white man now. So that's how y'all became lighter.
And I
Yeah, but they've been there since the
honestly like those foreigners,
1400s.
like like I guess direct pale European foreigners, they're more discriminatory. Like they're more discriminatory than the pale Europeans.
Yeah, they are.
Like they're so uppity. Like I'm like, what the frick? Like you would think like East Indians just because they're brown, like you would think they would be like they act nothing like they don't want no parts to do with us except for to steal our culture. Like other than that, they don't want any part, and they don't hide it at all. Like
100%. Yeah, there used to be a lot of them in Jamaica, but then when they had the Chinese riot back in like the 1970s, most of them they run to Trinidad and Guyana because they realized that the Jamaican people was not fucking about and they wanted them gone. So they run to Trinidad and Guyana. With that, in Jamaica, they're in a place called St. Catherine. St. Catherine is packed with them. You go over there, you're thinking like you're in small Bangladesh. It's packed. Yeah. They're a joke.
it makes it it's a joke too, because it's like as far as like they come over here and they open up shops in the hood to the so-called African American, just to get rich. And it's like the blacks, they be supporting them. They literally be supporting them. Like I watch how they disrespect the blacks, and yet they still give them service. They still give them business. Like they don't even speak to them. They do illegal stuff all the time. Like I think the name is like nickel willieing or whatever. It's when you charge people an individual cigarette. They do that all the time.
Yeah,
They do that
they
just
do
all
it
the
over
time.
here as well. They do it over here. Like over here, they're in charge of like all the black hair shops, the so-called black hair shops where you buy like gel, hair relaxer, all of that shit. And the thing is, their women don't even use that. The people in their culture don't even use that. So why are you making money off someone else's culture? Why are you
Really?
making money? Yeah, over here they do it.
Yeah.
But to be
Yeah.
honest,
Yeah,
because
they
I
do.
don't
It's
use that
all
shit in my
over here,
hair, so I don't even go to their shops. I don't use
right?
hair
F the beauty
relaxer. I
supply.
barely use gel and all of that. My dad be here cooking up his own ingredients for us to put stuff in our hair. But like over here, they do it, and they don't have no respect. Most of the food that we eat over here that comes from the Caribbean is them that's selling it. But they're a
Mhm.
joke, man. They better stay in their family, man. It's only because Trinidad want them to be over there like that. Because Trinidad should have got them in position in a long time. And in Guyana they're like that as well. Because you guys have allowed them to run through those countries for centuries and centuries. There hasn't been no ability there. In Jamaica they're there, but you barely see them. They're not that visible because they know that the people there will not play with them. They know they will get fucked up. So they're not that visible. They're not that rude. When you go to Jamaica, they're more friendlier than they are over here.
Mhm.
Over here, they're more ruder. Yeah, but yeah, the family business for them, they need to be with the cousins. Because when you let
They
like these
shouldn't even
stubborn
have
black
no
guys,
business over here. You know why? Because if you go over there to their land or the land that they stand at, you can't open up no shop in China. You be on your way back home because they're not about to support you. You're
yeah,
not about to you're not about to get rich over here. Same way
100.
with them trifling ass East Indians. The motherfucking air. They be disrespecting niggas. Like I swear to God, I see this in my own eyes. Like, but these niggas is junkies. Like these niggas is addicted to lottery tickets. These niggas is addicted to fire water. Niggas not even supposed to be drinking the fire water. Niggas is
Mm-hmm.
addicted. Niggas is addicted to smoking. All niggas is do care about is smoking, getting high, getting high. That's all they motherfucking care. I'm like, man, f these niggas. And then two on the same note too with the beauty supplies. What the frick? It's in the name, beauty
Yeah.
supply. Why do you go to a place where you got to be supplied with beauty in order to feel beautiful? That means you think you're ugly. That's self
There
hate.
you
And
go.
and they're monetizing off of that. They're making lifetime worth of customers. Well, where are the Mongoloids that they go to get your strands, your hair, to put on top of their fur? As far as it is in the mass, I should say.
There you go. Yeah. There
But
you
yet
are.
you
But
want to go
then
put their fur, Mulan hair on yours. I swear to gosh, it's got that's I think it's been tested for so much stuff. Pony hair, it's carcinogenic, cancer causing, and it's just fur. They get lice and ticks. Like that's why you scratching and itching. Like that's your body having a natural reaction and saying, "Get this stuff the frick off me."
then there you go. Nah, I
And it's
just
like
want
they keep passing this self hatred down to our children. Like, what the frick? How the frick can we teach our children to love us? We're not even focusing on self love. These motherfuckers don't love themselves. That's why they love foreigners. They love everything foreigners. They want to be like the foreigners. All these foreigners. They don't want to be themselves.
there you
Niggas don't want
go.
to be American. Niggas want to be black. What the frick is that? Nigga, I ain't even black.
There you go. They want to go back to Africa because they love talking about this Africa.
Man, I tell them, please. I tell them this. I say, if you do not like the conditions you have been treated here in America, and you think that you're African, please go back there. Go, hurry, rush. Go, start up a GoFundMe like Umar did. Let's go. Hurry up.
That motherfucker still ain't left. Is he still around? I thought he had bought that ticket and went back.
I know he did say he vacations there because he said he needs to recharge.
Wow. He a goddamn con. They need to throw him in jail like what they did to Marcus Garvey. At
Hey,
this point, he needs to pay some jail time.
Hey, did you say vacations? Because on holiday. That's a holiday.
Child.
Wow.
He went there and realized that there's no water. He went there and realized there's no tissue to wipe his ass. He went there and realized a lot of things, and he said, "God damn, do you know I'm gonna go back and tell them that I'm recharging, but I'm leaving soon." He's a fool, that man, to the fullest length. He's a goddamn fool. He needs to shut the hell up. He's like the worst. He's the worst. I don't know anybody can be taking that fool serious. That's a fool with a big fucking F. Yeah, he's a
He
fool.
was telling people that it's much safer to bring their child in Africa than it is here in America.
Is it so? So, child, he is a goddamn liar. He is a liar. Do you know how many kids in Africa get raped every year? As he look at the statistic of rape? Does he look at the statistics of genocide that break out in a yearly day? Right now, I think Rwanda's even having a war right now. They're at it now again, talking about who took whose land from the Tutsis. He's a goddamn liar about safer. The fuck? Safer where? These people are dying from malaria. They're dying from Ebola. They're dying from every god almighty disease that got put on earth. They're even dying from AIDS now. They said, "Oh, we only had HIV." No, you a goddamn liar. You had AIDS as well. Because how the
And you
fuck
know
do you
with
think
them,
HIV evolved?
like those little commercials, they were like, "In the arms of an angel." You know that one?
Yeah.
Like they do the ones like that for people. And I was seeing like it was like these Africans. They were like on this boat or something, and they had like a bunch of pale hybrids. Like they are like nurses and doctors, whatever. They are like apparently supposed to be caring for them. I'm like, why the frick are they caring for them? I wouldn't even dare trust them to be giving them injections and stuff. And they had like swollen limbs. It was grossly, and it was like genetic too. It was like I don't.
Yeah.
It was. I'm
No,
like, dang.
they're not caring for them. They're test subjects.
That's what I was.
Yeah, they're test subjects. They're not caring for them.
Right, but I'm like, why don't the Africans realize? Because I get the hell away from them. But then the blacks, a lot of the blacks here, they don't realize it.
Because they can't afford the medical care. So if anybody comes in and say to them, "Listen, I'm gonna give you some medical care. I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna give you that." Like, I don't know if anybody has seen this. Like a couple of months ago, the mainland Americans, I think it was the army that went to the Caribbean. A ship went to the Caribbean, and saying that they were giving out free medicine. Remember,
Yeah, I remember
nobody Nobody in mainland America has free medical care. So why would you come to the Caribbean and be giving out free medical care? These people never ask you for free medical care. We got every single bush to make whatever medicine you need. So why would we need your free medical care? But yet still, your so-called African Americans are dying. So why? Well, why? It was confusing. And the people them said, no, we don't want it. They left Jamaica, they went to St. Kitts. The ship left empty. They left St. Kitts, they went to Suriname. The ship left empty. Nobody wanted anything from them because they said the last time you came here in Guantanamo, you let go of measles in Guantanamo. You let go of herpes in Guantanamo. Then you said these people, they're lying on you. You let go a whole lot of disease in these people in Guantanamo. And they said they don't come here no more. We don't want no more free medicine or nothing from you.
Right. They should have disciplined them. Like them people on that one island. I think it was either like the original inhabitants of like in some Indian island or something or some Africa where they killed that Christian guy who tried to convert them, but they didn't tell the part how they
That
trying to
was
rape
the
them.
Adams Island in India.
Yeah, that's what it was in India. Yeah, that's what they should have did. Like they should have disciplined them. Like send a message because you know these hybrids. Like
Oh, was it not the Adams Island?
There's a Sentinel. You got the Sentinel, you got the Jawa.
Oh, the Jawa. Yeah, it was those people. And they were trying to get them
that's
arrested.
like is that Indonesia? What is that? Where is that?
No, it's
Oh,
in India.
Hindustan. It's near Hindustan.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little island off there.
Yeah, they should have disciplined them. Like F that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like frick that. And you know, kind of like with that, like hospitals shouldn't even be around. You know, the word hospital, hospice. Hospice is where people go where people are dying or are really in a closer state of death. You know, and it's like to be like they go there, but it doesn't make sense. They go there to give life. They are in a place where people are dying.
Well,
what
then
the
there
frick?
you go. Yeah,
What
these people are not fucking with you. And then they're talking about, oh, we want justice. Bitch, your white privilege does not work on that island. Not even the Indians from India can go over there. They cannot touch that island because they know these people will not play with them. They will shoot poison arrow at them straight. The minute they see a boat in the sea, they're shooting poison arrows.
Good.
So, you had no business. Your son had no business.
Nigga, that's what we need to be on. That's what we need to be on. I said this, if Copper Hot Stuff, you in the chat room, dog. You know I said this, bro. We gotta be the ones digging. We gotta get to digging again. We gotta get the ones digging, just like how they did in Vietnam. F that.
Yeah, shoot poison arrows at them. These people don't want to be known by you. You have no business going over there talking about you converting nobody to no Christianity because you ain't no Christian yourself. I don't know what the hell. I don't know who told you that you a Christian, but you is no Christian. You is just a man that walk around with a Bible, beat it, say Jesus say you shall be a good slave. Jesus say you shall serve me and I shall be your only master on earth. Who the fuck? What kind of nut? Are you mentally not well? Like who does that? You cannot go to these people and talk about you want justice for your son. Your son left America and went to go fuck with these people. These people were minding their business. They never called you to come there. So whatever your son get, that's what he shall take, and you shall leave these people alone. And the government of India told her, we cannot hold these people liable because we don't know how old they are. And we cannot put children in jail because they classify them as kids. We cannot put children in jail. There you go. So she had to go squat down.
You know why that is? They couldn't touch them.
Yeah.
That land that belongs to them. That nobody's allowed to go on that land.
Nobody. That's what I'm saying. From the minute you step, because the government of Hindustan has even said it. Don't go over there because they said the minute you come there, they're already shooting poison arrows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So why would you go over there? Yeah. Why would you go over there? They're too nosy. They need to mind their business.
That's the same thing with hybrid. That is the same thing with hybrid, yo. And two, with Christian, the Swiss word for Christian is Cretan, which means stupid, idiot.
There you go. There you go.
Idiots, man. Have to be like.
I would never sit down, and there's some people be going, oh, when you go to church, do you sit down? White people say the church that I go to ain't that type of church, honey. The church that I go to, we bring our ancestors in there. We don't be praying to no white Jesus. Our ancestors
F
enter.
Jesus, period.
There you go. Jesus, you see how they
Right.
made Jesus? They made Jesus white. So
Hey,
you're praying to their ancestor, not your own. That's why your prayers are not being heard. That's why your blessings are not coming.
oh, well, be lessons, but yeah. You
Yeah,
know, it's kind of like too. What you call it? You know, one of the things about the foreigners that they said about us, they said we didn't have religion. They said nature is our quote unquote God.
they're
That's what
they're
they
they're
freaking said.
goddamn liar. Cause we know in the Caribbean we had our religion. I
No,
don't.
because religion. No, because the word religion. I'm outside. Hold on.
Okay then. Maybe we never call it quote unquote religion, but we had our practice. We had things that we followed. We had things that we lived by. Because no man can come on this earth and live as one. You cannot come on the earth and live as an island. So you have to have somebody to give you guidance. And the way how we did it back home, we would speak for our ancestors. And our ancestors would guide and direct us and tell us what is right and tell us what's wrong. So when they came up with this word religion, now they came up with the Bible, the Christianity, with the Muslims, whether it's the Quran or the Bible or this Jewish Judeo Bible, what they got. I don't know what Bible that's called. So this whole nature business, that is them. What they're talking about nature is their God. That's what comes from them. That's why they're always out here having sex with animals and doing all of this shit. Because they
So those
believe
are
nature
hybrids.
is their God.
No, I know what I mean. Like nature is like our creator. That's who we. That's who we worship, quote unquote worship. That's our way of life, and it's true. We didn't have religion. We didn't use like fictitious things because they were trying to put like false deities on our for us to look up to.
They're false God. Mate, with these people, I don't be listening to nothing that they say. That's the honest truth. I learned from my elders. And back home, my elders always teach us and tell us that your ways come through is your ancestors, child. The ancestors are the one who grants you through anything that you're going through. So maybe their way of like nature, well, that's their way of talking. I don't listen to them. I listen to my elders. I go sit down and say, I go and sit down and ask my grandmother, because her mother knew where they were coming from. So when it comes to white people and that religion talk, I be to say, you sit your ass over there, because I know be listening to you. When it comes to that white woman, they stay talking. They a mess.
Like, cause I be telling them, like they be trying to tell me, like even the ones that are kind, they're like, oh, I need you to come to church with me. I'm like, I can't go to church. Like it's against my culture. Like I got a different culture.
Yeah, then there you go. There you go. They literally came in and they saw people doing these practices. Like, for instance, you got the Haitians that practice their voodoo. Their voodoo is calling upon to their ancestors. And that's been a practice for years and years and years. Your ancestors protect the land. So everybody kind of like, maybe in the mainlands, I don't know what you guys were practicing, but in the Caribbean, we were either practicing voodoo or practicing obia. And then they came and put a title on it and called it a religion. But it was never a religion. It was just a practice to see. It's just a passage of, that was just a passage of life for us to maintain close to our
It's
ancestors.
all the same stuff. It's all the same stuff. It's just mass and like discombobulated. People, like the people. I was gonna say nature. People follow the practice of nature. But the thing is, the reason why how they're controlling us now is because they moved us out of it. That's it.
Yeah, but then you got to get back in contact with your practice, because that even when they say to you, okay, come to church with us, who in their right mind is gonna go sit down in a church that's got a white pastor over there preaching? Who? Oh hell no, sir.
Right, and that's what my Be Like Mother did. My be like mother did.
Oh
She
no.
freaking did that. I remember we went to so many churches, and oh my, we went to like an all pale church, and I tell you, man, I remember as a child looking back at these foreigners, they were always giving us a filthy eye, like a filthy look, and I used to look back at them, and he look away. The pastor be talking, and I felt them looking at me. And I looked back, and I looked. He did it the whole entire service. It was an elderly male. Like they just looked like we.
No.
I'm like, it was a clear indication that they didn't want us there.
Yeah, they're goddamn pedophile. They are pedophile. They used to use these churches to
My
groom
mother was one
kids.
too. My mother was a one too.
The hell, your
She
mom was a
still is one.
your mom was a pedophile? Oh hell
Yeah,
no.
she raped and molested me.
Oh no. Wow.
Yeah, her half daughter molested me as well.
Oh wow. Oh
Yeah.
no! Just see, this is what happens when you gotta be sitting down with these Europeans. They be teaching you how to be penetrating kids. Oh Jesus, this world has to come to an end. Look at the Vatican, for instance. How many of these Catholic people used to rape these kids, and no justice have become of it? They used to rape these little
Right.
kids, and up till now, these kids have never got justice. I'm like, boy. So this is what I'm
Yeah.
saying. That's like when people talk about religion, religion comes in so many different ways, shape, and form. You got the white man over there. His religion is praying to that white Jesus and raping children. Then you may have the Haitians with their voodoo calling upon their ancestors, which that is the way how it should be. You think there's something not right with the earth, you call your ancestors for them to come and check and see what the fuck's going on. The white people been doing it for sin. The white, I would never go to a church with a white person. I'm sorry. We is not gonna be praising the same invisible God. You must be crazy. You over here praising a man that taught you how to enslave other people and how to lie to other people and bring down other people. You's a mess. Oh hell no.
Facts.
And people that sit in churches and be raping kids, like, oh hell no. There's what that God that you're praying to, he needs to cut your goddamn neck. Cause you sick. The
Facts.
fuck? Innocent kids, What kind of stupidness is that?
But
Oh
for
hell
real,
no.
we've come to that time again, man. Like a quick live stream, fully bad with ICCC. Healing, thanks for coming on. I mean, yeah, it's a quick live stream.
Oh, no problem, brother. No problem. It was an honor. It was an honor. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we make sure to the viewers that they make sure you tune into Dr. Manette's tomorrow. We'll be going live with myself and Copper, American Awax, and Theo Kunkun, of the Awax of the Marines, from Jamaica, Jamaica. Yeah, look out for that. That's tomorrow. So yeah, make sure you subscribe to him and just check out the live stream. Go ahead and press yummy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. Yeah. No, but these crazy. And nobody listening to them for nothing. You can't be listening to crazy people when it comes to religion or anything like that. I know Europeans never bought shit. Only thing they ever bought is fucking diseases, curse. Everywhere they go, they bring a curse with them. And everywhere they go, they try to talk about this white Jesus. And then nobody ever seen him. They said he was here 400 years or something ago. And he never returned. He's at that fucking invisible Hail Selassie. Nobody ever seen him. They're a mess, man. But as what I was saying from like that first video that we saw up there, they're all a mess. These people are putting way too much energy into the police officers, but they're not beating. But you're not beating what's really going on. Your brothers are getting beat down and kick and kill.
Right.
But you're over there
Hey,
pushing 1 foot.
they always saying F the police. They've been saying that for years, decades, probably even centuries. But that hasn't even stopped anything. If you really want to stop the police, since you want to do it, well, you got to figure out what fuels the police. Taxes. their policy officers get fueled by taxes. So if you want to implement something that says at the police, wouldn't it be a proper implementation to stop paying your taxes? Then there'll be no police.
Yeah, well then they. Oh yeah, but do you guys have a choice to do that? Because I know in this country we don't even have a choice unless you're like self-employed. But if you're like employed by like a company, you can't even say I'm not paying taxes because the company's already done taking the money and giving it to the government.
Well, I mean, well here, I feel like people they have than more choices than they think they do. It really comes down to it. I feel like at that, but it's all like what the be like want to do.
I don't think they even care. I don't think they care. They're probably thinking, "Fuck it, I ain't gonna care." Like we just go back to living our normal life because I want to know what's the end deal with this Black Lives Matter business? What's the end deal for it?
Nothing. It's to
Then it
destroy
makes
you.
no sense.
It's a genocidal act. They're for the female and child, not the man. It's kind of like they're just further pushing the agenda and Section 8 houses in order to get the man out of it. That's the only thing they do. Like it's a loser mentality, and I guess they got people that's running with it.
That makes no sense. Makes no sense at all because you out here shouting Black Lives Matter. You're gonna be looking out for black men. You're gonna be doing this. You're gonna be doing that. But there's no end game to it. You have to have a strategy. So this is the beginning, the middle, and then the end. Are you just gonna continue to run and burn down every single building? You ain't got no end to it to say, listen, this is how we want it to happen. You're not trying to say, okay, we need more so-called African American in the police system so that we feel protected. But then again, even the African Americans that's in the police system, they're the ones over there still beating and choking each other. So it makes no goddamn sense. They're still beating each other. They're still choking at each other. Like, look at that man that they shot in Atlanta the other day. And they
I
always say,
don't
oh,
look
but
at that
Atlanta.
stuff. I don't look at that stuff because I realize it's a plot. It's all a setup. They put the eyes on there if they want you to see it. They want to change your focus when the real stuff is going on. In actuality, yeah, they're doing terrorist actions, and whether it be a script or sacrifice or whatnot, it's they can't get all of us because the original inhabitants are a majority. This is part of the reason why they want you to think that you're small, want you to think that you're 13%, because in actuality, we need. Well, and it's a game of the mind. It's a game of the mind. They can't get all of you, but they will put in their mindset they can get all of you, and that way they conquer you.
I'm telling you, no, that's crazy. They got issues over there because you can't go on somebody else's land and just be like every 5 seconds you feel like it, you're just shooting down. That's mad. That needs to come to a standstill. That needs to end. Not even a standstill. That needs to end. That needs to end. Period. Because rather they're doing it as a sacrifice. It could be any of us, brother, sister, niece, nephew, child. Could be any one of us at the end of the day.
Yeah, I know. It's all a game of mindset. Because if I get you to focus on it, then because what you focus on grows. So then you begin to cast. That's why they're so big on the media and the tell lie vision. It's all in control. It's all and don't necessarily get control. But the thing is with this, it comes back to what I was saying earlier as far as choices with the blacks. What choices are the blacks gonna have? Because what choices? It's kind of like the choices with the blacks. Why do you want to send the people? Why do you want to send your offspring to get taught by the people that held you captive in your own land? Why do you send them to school? Why?
There you go.
Why do you send them to go work at their job? Really, we're not supposed to be in these cities. We're really not. So that's why it's kind of like all the destruction that's happening. It's kind of like the blacks, they allow it. They freaking allow it. You're supposed to be in nature. You're supposed to be living in nature. Like these foreigners, and it's not our fight. It isn't our fight on that aspect. Because I know these foreigners. All you have to do is just know their history. Same way as my sister, Empress Copperfox. I don't know if she's still here. But as she was showed in the video, I think yesterday with what was it called? The Black Plague. These are filthy hybrid trifling animals. Like look what they do. They will cancel themselves out. All you have to do is just leave them alone. The fact that the blacks have been punished is because they've been stepping in business where it didn't belong. I'll give you an example with the Buffalo Soldiers. The Buffalo Soldiers, they going over there in Vietnam. They go try and kill the Vietnamese. And when the Buffalo Soldiers went over there, they said that those people are brown as ass. Nigga, who do you think you're going to kill? Who do you think you're going to kill? Those blacks had no business over there trying to do the bidding of the Pearl Harbor. Let them do what they got to do and let them destroy themselves.
Well, then there you go. There we go. It's like even though you just okay, get back to what you're saying just now about them being in cities. Remember, mainland had no cities. It was all nature. So like most of them people now that you see living in certain places, such as like New York, Atlanta, that was all nature. So they're in their natural habitat. You're not going to leave your natural habitat because somebody came there and dug it out and put up 30, 40 buildings and tell you this is now your way of life. This is how you should be living.
No, but the thing is that I'm actually here in the mainland, and this mainland is bigger. It's big. It is so big. Like I'm to the point like where nature is not far from you. All you have to do is just go back into there because really that's where we were at. They drug us out. They drug us out into the cities and told us we were gonna get these jobs and we are gonna be getting this money. And the thing about the money too, and this is why the blacks they try to act like they were slaves. If you act like you slave, go look at them. Go look at the first money in the United States. Why are there Americans on there? Why would they put slaves on the dollar bill? Why would they put slaves on the dollar bill? Nobody who can care about a slave. Everyone could care less about a slave.
Well, then there you
But
go.
yet they putting you on a dollar bill. It was there in order to persuade you.
Well, there you go. That's what we were just talking about again. When Empress Copper Fox was on, they were just saying that these people make up nature to make up history to fit their narrative, because that's all that it is. It's just made up
It's his
history to
story.
fit their narrative. Because you notice every history book that is ever written, not one of them has been written not one of them has been written by the so-called melanated man that they took from Africa. Why is the Africans not got some history books written by them? Why ain't they
Great
got none?
question.
Because remember, we came from there. They should have had a record to say, okay, if your name is Jones, your name was once Kunta Kente. If your name is Smith, your name was once Mokutu. If your name is Peter Pan, your name was once Abubakar. Why you got these registers written down? Why you ain't got these
Very good question. Very good question.
Oh crap! Oh yeah, I'm still on. Yeah, why ain't they got them records to show that that these people came from here? Why ain't they got records to show what tribe you came from? They ain't got nothing. They stay lying. So we don't
If,
come from there. As I
if
said, these people they write history to fit their own narrative, to make themselves seem superior. Well, when we all know you're up in Europe picking fleas out of each other's fur and you were eating it. And then the Moors came in and dragged your ass out and released you beastly people onto the world. Because that's who they were mixing with for some 3,000 years before they think that they were superior. They were mixing with the Moors. The Moors were the ones that created the first mixed race hybrid. It was them that been out here creating with them. So they know they're lying. So if there's anything going on, they didn't create no history for nobody but themselves and the Moors. That's all they created history for. But as what I said, like this situation, whether they're using it as a sacrifice or whatever they're using it as, it needs to stop so that people can focus on the bigger picture. So that you guys in the mainland can focus on what's really going on and go and claim what is yours. That's all I can say.
And you know, with that, these these blacks, like, they're not. Here's the deal: they're gonna meet their own fate because whether or not nature birthed you, you got responsibilities. You got responsibilities. Same way as I said with these beauty supplies and the hair and the fur you putting on your head, you got responsibilities. You just another thing. Your hair it isn't just hair. Well, number one, you're the only species as far as when it comes to original habitats that has hair. Anything else has fur. There's a reason why there's an agenda against the hair, because look, your hair is your antennas. It's your signals. How you signal, how you connect with things, how you interact with things, how you get messages. But yet they want to attack it so much. Because like, do you know, like, if you wear an afro, it's viewed as a revolutionary act. You just growing your hair out is viewed as a revolutionary act.
There
What
you
does that
go.
say?
There you go. But as what I said, it's all about a narrative because we were always taught that your hair is ugly, our features are ugly. And it doesn't help the fact that we got our so-called men, that Aborigines men or whatever they want to call themselves, out here promoting
Relax,
European beauty. You out here
right?
promoting European beauty.
And you know what? The blacks allowed that. You allowed them to go to your school. You allowed them to go into their schools. Why are you letting them teach your youth? Why? They're not teaching you anything of substance. And on the note, what you were talking about with history, F history. Because if you're not in American history, you're not looking up the definition of American in the 1828 First Webster's Dictionary. What the frick do we got to talk about?
Yeah, that's true. But that's
It's
just
all
it.
a
As what I
choice.
said, it's all a narrative because they're not going to teach you your true history. Your true history is too powerful. The fuck? They don't want you to come back and say, get off my land. They're going to be
Right.
like,
That's what it
hell
just comes
no.
down to. And you know what? Just for to tell these blacks, I've actually had discussions with these hybrids, and I've told them like straight up, like, the whole narrative changes when you know who you are. Because I've said to them, like, I'm American. I'm like, yeah, you're just American. Is it just me and I? This is me. And I'm like, no, I am the American. Where are your ancestors from? Well, uh, I think I'm not really sure. I think somewhere in Europe. Okay, you're in Europe. Okay, so your mother's mother, your grandmother's from Europe. Mine is from here. This is my land. You're from Europe. What the frick are you talking about? And the look on their face says it alone. And
Yeah.
I even got to the point. I asked them. I said, "What are you doing here? What are you doing?" I saw it was vulnerable. I don't know. What the frick are you talking about? Man, I'm not a black, I'm not an African, I'm not an African American. Like, bro, I'm American, yo. I know myself. And then the whole narrative changes. Because if you try to act like you're black, then it's like, oh, this land is for everybody. No, the frick it ain't, bitch.
Yeah, the
I
land
can
for
tell
the
you the
land
damn
of the free. That's what they call it, the land of the free. Because everybody be running in, scraping something up, except for the original people. Yeah,
right.
that's how it is.
That's something like that's something like with my nigga Nicolo, because he gets it like when these foreigners he gets it when these foreigners come up to him, they come up to him and he's like try to ask him about the culture, like, hey, what does that word mean? What is this? Teach me how to do. No, I don't know. I don't know. I could care less. I could care less. I'm a healer, bro. I'm a healer. You know how many times these hybrids they ask me about what do I eat and what I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay. I mean, sometimes I tell them, but it's like, you want me to teach you? Like, I don't gotta prove nothing. I don't gotta prove nothing to you. Like, you don't think I can heal? Bitch, I can't heal then. Frick you. That's the problem with the black. They're always looking for everybody else's approval.
Me
Frick
when
out of here.
when they come to me, I be playing Stevie Wonder. I'm legally blind. Don't ask me no question about nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. They'd be like, but you said you're an Arawak. So how does an Arawak cook? How do they do this? How do they do? I was like, I don't know. I don't know how they do nothing, child. Don't ask me nothing. Next thing you know, you go share your things with these people. They go and reverse it around, talking about, oh, this was found in Africa. This is what they
That's what they do
always
with That's what
do.
they do with Dr. Sabi. They're trying to act like they're using natural practices, and they're trying to use holistic ways and trying to act like it's them. I'm like,
They
you
tried
people
to
aren't
say Dr.
holistic.
Sabi came from Africa. I said, this man came from Andorra. Shut the fuck up
That's
about Africa.
facts. But
This
he
man
didn't
is an
even know that,
Andorran man.
right? Because if you listen to him, he even said he went to when he went to Africa because he could reverse diseases. When he went to Africa, he thought they would love him. When he came to Africa, they didn't love him.
Then there you go. He should have stayed his ass in mainlands. But, they all want to go places where they don't need to be at. So you can't even blame them for disrespecting you because you allow yourself to be disrespected. If you stayed where
Right.
your ass was and practice with your own people them and sit your ass down, you want to run around talking about, oh yeah, I'm going to go home to the savior. The savior don't live there. The savior was never there. The savior was never there. I keep telling these people don't have nothing. That's why they keep running from where they are. A man
Hello.
who has everything does not run from his country. They don't have nothing. They don't have nothing in their country. They don't have
They
nothing.
leave by the millions every year.
Listen, there's 6.3 million of them. 63.5 million of them has been displaced around the world. That's a lot of fucking people. That's a lot
Facts.
of people. That's almost one continent fucking population right there.
Copper Fox, you there, sister?
Oh, she probably fell asleep.
She
I
might
was gonna say
step to-
because I like the way she tells me about these boo boos in their feet.
They're goddamn fool. Ones that live in London, they came here and they started wearing shoes. They never knew about shoes before. They were out here running around, their goddamn feet on the floor.
Yeah,
And
that's
then they're
true.
coming over here to Dr. Sabi, he deserved all that he got. He should have kept his ass quiet. You know these people don't like to know that we're doing nothing good for ourselves. All that this ritual that Dr. Sabi is now doing. This has been in the Rastaman culture for years. When they're talking about guinea hen weed, Sarsi Perla, Cersei, Aito ways of living. So it ain't nothing new. They knew
Right.
about it for centuries, but because the Rastaman was not promoting it, because even in Dr. Sabi's documentary, he said, I went to Jamaica and look at what the Rasta people eat in Jamaica and wonder why they are the only people that's living so long. They don't contain no meat. Their diets does not contain no form of animal products, such as that milk and all of that bullshit. So now what I think that Dr. Sabi was sharing, he should have just kept quiet. You kept quiet, you make medicines for your people that surround you.
Well, I say quiet. Well, I guess when you got a gift like that of being quiet, I think that's almost a curse. I think maybe you mean like quiet as far as like he should have healed his own. Is that what you
Yeah,
mean?
that's what I mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, bet.
You don't need to be going talking about, oh yeah, he's gonna go Africa. Why is he going over there for? What is over
Because
there
he thought
for
he was
him?
an African. He was wrong for that, actually. Yeah.
But that's just it. History showed us that a lot of them have thought that Marcus Garvey thought that Marcus Garvey fucking died in Britain. And
I
they
heard he was
flung
a
his
paid agent.
Yeah. He was. Marcus Garvey did the biggest scamming in history. He did the biggest scamming in history. He went to the KKKs. He told them, okay, I'm going to build this boat. I'm going to take all these Americans back. I'm going to take them out their land. I'm going to take them to Africa. I'm going to take 40 million of them to Africa. I'm going to take them off of your hand. Marcus Garvey took their money and opened one of the biggest newspapers called the Negro newspaper. He opened the Black Star Line, that which was providing work for how many Black American citizens in America. That they were running newspapers, they were running shops, they were doing all sorts of things. Now, the third year came and they realized that Marcus Garvey never built a boat, so they start to question him. Where is this boat that you said you were building?
Like Umar with his school.
Well, then there you go. And when they realized that Marcus Garvey did not build a boat, they had him done for mail fraud. Don't forget that Marcus Garvey had already sold his share to the FBI of the Black Stars line. He sold it to an FBI agent. So Marcus Garvey never believed in going back nowhere. He was just scamming the fuck out of them. And that's what Umar is doing. He's just scamming them.
He's trying to build a school with a cash app. With a cash.
Then there you go. You better scam them, sir. Marcus Garvey used it to his advantage. He said, "You have for years and years, you have taken everything that belonged to my ancestors. Now I'm gonna hit you where it hurt. I'm gonna hit your pocket." And if some of us really sit back and look how Marcus Garvey worked, some of us can make that be as well. Okay, you're always telling me go back to Africa. Here what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna need you to fund me. I'm gonna need 2.5 million. Yeah, set up a GoFundMe for 2.5. And meanwhile, all the KKKs are there throwing in money. You be there just scrapping it, counting it. And go open up your own beauty supply store. Or go and open up your own restaurant. Or go and open up your own doctor practice. There you go. That's how you lick these people. You lick them in their pocket. Because they got the money. Because it's all their ancestors that's on the fucking face of the money. You look at the new money now in the mainland. How many ghostly Caucasoids do you see on it? You don't see your own people on it. It's nothing but Caucasoids on it. So you hit them where it hurts. You hit them in their pocket. So we can actually learn something from all these people. Even fucking Umar can learn something from him. You don't see what him's doing. They keep funding him. He be taking all these high-class holidays. Then he's like, okay, I'm going to come back and I'm going to refuel. I'm going to need you to fund me again. Yeah. They want to play dumb. Then you play double dumb. Yeah, let them think that you're dumb. Let them think, oh, yeah, this is where I came from. Yeah, you can fund me. Are you going to fund me to go back? All right, then you just fund me to go back. Open up 10 beauty supply store, open up goddamn 10 clinics that your own people them can come and get some proper doctors seen to them and not these goddamn butchers that they have out here butchering them. You have to be smart with it. Marcus Garvey came back to Britain and died. Umar took Yeah, of course Umar took a page out of Marcus Garvey book. 100% he did. And this is what some of us need to be doing, taking out at least 6 pages out of Marcus Garvey's book. Yeah, you don't see when they deported Marcus Garvey, he returned to Britain, but he realized he couldn't scam the British them because they weren't telling him to go back nowhere. They were just going to say to his ass, you better go back to Jamaica. We ain't paying for you to go there. We got a goddamn boat that can take you back there. But we ain't paying you to go back to North Africa because we know you didn't come from there. So he said, all right, I'm just going to stay here and just die here. I think Marcus Garvey was an idiot. He knew exactly what he was doing. He started this big propaganda of Pan-Africa, all this business. Marcus Garvey was a friend with an Islamic man for how many years? Pan-Africa don't mean West Africa. So when they're jumping up to, oh, Marcus Garvey stand for Africa. No, honey, Marcus Garvey stand for North Africa, not for West Africa. So you got it wrong. Again, you got it wrong right there.
But yes,
You know?
go ahead, Killing.
Right.
I'm closing a minute.
Okay, but I was just gonna say, you know, what Golden Cougar has said. The brother, he's like, how do people fall for this stuff, like with Umar? And it's like, and he was talking, and it's like, all these, because you know what, man, these people, they defend him so hard too. And one of the things I used to look at him too, but I noticed that like his ego, that's another thing too. This is the most arrogant male ever. And another thing too is he never talks about is one of the most important things is the food.
Of course he ain't gonna talk about that because he know that they've been eating rat belly and goat head soup for centuries.
Man.
Yeah, he ain't gonna talk about the food. They're over here chewing goat head, rat belly, snake head. The people, Dr. Umar Johnson is a joke. There's nobody looking at him. This man is just out here. This man is on a roll. This man took 7 pages out of Marcus Garvey's book. 7 pages. You notice how he hasn't spoken about the way how China has taken over Zambia? He hasn't spoken because he doesn't give a fuck about the so-called motherland. He doesn't care about them. He hasn't spoken about the way how China has built a whole bank in Zambia. He hasn't talked about that. The only thing you see him out here pushing is Marcus Garvey's face on everything. Oh, Marcus Garvey, the land of free. He was the first Jamaican man. Shut the hell up. Marcus Garvey don't know you. And that man was never going nowhere. That man realized how much you have stolen from his ancestors. All them sugarcane, every god almighty thing that you've stolen. And he said, I'm going to steal you back. But you never had nothing to steal apart from the money that you put your face on. So he done did that. Yeah.
All
And
right,
then where Mark? Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead now. Go ahead.
But make a close now. When wrap up, Empress, you may wrap up for us, please. And then Empress, couple of Fox and Healing come back. Before we close out, you say your final words and yeah, until the next time on Empire. Peace out.
Peace and love, y'all. Big ups.
Unity, everybody. Unity.
Right. For the final shots, the finest one from Chalani, I'm going to give you okay. That's up. This one is called Lila Ike, Sweet Inspiration. Once again, Lila Ike, Sweet Inspiration. And a rock and groove rhythm.
Oh, shit. Let me hold.
I'm supposed to, and I can't even pick myself up out of bed. You come around with so much energy, fill me with such melodies. Whoa, oh, my motivation. Yeah. When you speak to me, I hear a song. Speak to me, I hear a song. Every word you say feels like a poem. To you every day. Oh, why are you inspiration? And I never wanna say goodbye. This love that I'm feeling gives me life. On top of like a runaway train in the night. I don't even wanna go to sleep. I wanna take a break. This symphony is so real. It's so real. When you speak to me, I hear a song. Every word you say feels like a poem. I will take you with me everywhere. Listen to you every day. Must be motivation. No, I just
that was Lila Ike. Sweet Inspiration on the Rock and Groove Rhythm. Once again, that was Lila Ike. Sweet Inspiration on the Rock and Groove Rhythm. Tune fire.
Straight fire, DJ. Fire, DJ. DJ Lacono dropping the fire.
Pick up yourself, Healy.
Hey, you wanna tell DJ Gambler, hey, he gotta run for his money, man. You cutting up over there, bro.
Crazy.
Yeah. Can I say something, bro, to the people?
Go ahead, bro.
Okay, yeah. I just want to say, man, big up everybody on the panel. This is it's an honor to be on the stream. I appreciate you letting us on. Much gratitude to Yama Yang, Lacono Empire, Empress Copper Fox, Copper Hotstep, Rainstorm, Akeem, shoot, everybody in the chat room. If I missed anybody, but I wanted to say, we got a mind map, healing mind map, 30-day healing mind map where you can line it will help anybody and help anybody who's going to be charging it for a low price. It's going to be for limited time for that one, and that's coming out very soon. I'm actually almost done with it, but be on the lookout for that, guys. You guys can find out about that, on our Instagram, Healing Through Inspiration. No spaces. I just want everybody get out in nature. Get out of nature. Don't be locked up in this quarantine. And that's what they want you to do. They want you to be in tight and narrow places and whatnot. So yeah, that's what I want to say. Peace, love, and light, yo.
All right, Viz. Yes. So the second shot is Mr. Elephant Man.
Show them the fucking signs. What's up, oh no, no, tell them that it's too bad. Now we don't know for them a fight. So we go down to the Delilah. Ready. Hey, look for them a draw line and a divide the ghetto. We don't know your son, them over there. Now friend no enemy, my high man, them fit up. We don't know your son, them over there. Ready to get them, but them out like it's up. We don't know your son, them over there. Say in the air, shout it out, don't make it echo. We don't know your son, yo. Big up them over, big up them over. Old bad mind where I bring the border, but them a run up with a rock cream soda. If they never put a foot on the road, ya rock up them bone from top to shoulder. But old bad mind with the capital soda, we don't want them bold with them bad odor. Let me tell you one more time. No man. Find my mind and all that story. One of them a fight from last time. Put up the finger, show them the fucking sign. What's up, no man. It's too bad. Now we know for them a fight. So we go down to the Delilah. Ready. I don't think twice. No for them wrong with your nice. Me never know what him watch it passion at the Christ. Betray you like when they do Jesus Christ. Like Marcus, yeah, if you right. Pass in the don't pass, then they rejoice. Who don't go fight the giddy and not go nice. Come in and move yeah, go like a dive, make way. Move, crush them like light. You really ice, break the cheat them like ice. Like Miami vibe, them a move on the fight. Make sure you get this grab on the side. Who know why everybody? What's up, oh no man. I think better than to buy my mind and all that story. Roll over them a fight with some last time. So with the finger, show them the fucking sign. What's up, oh no man. Tell them that it's too bad. That's how we do it for them a fight. Ready. So we go down to the Delilah. Ready. Hey, look for them a draw line and a divide the ghetto. We don't know your son, them over there. Now friend no enemy, my high man, them fit up. We don't know your son, them over there. Ready to get them, but them out like it's up. We don't know your son, them over there. Say in the air, shout it out, don't make it echo. We don't know your son, yo. Big up them over, big up them over. Old bad mind where I bring the border, but them a run up with a rock cream soda. If they never put a foot on the road, ya rock up them bone from top to shoulder. But old bad mind with the capital soda, we don't want them bold with them bad odor. Let me tell you one more time. show them the fucking side.
Yes, that was Elephant Man, no friend them. Once again, that was Mr. Elephant Man, no friend them. For the final round. Or the finest from Michelani. Alright, let's go. This one is called Beanie Man. Yeah, come catch the dance. Beanie Man, come catch the dance.
But I'm gonna tell them to dance, and a bad mind thing. Also, man, tell dancing so. Anyway, like you want to dance and you don't be a something wrong. Party and dance, don't be try to have nothing wrong. See me and dance and you want to jump button, but Jamaica is a happy place for everybody. Come catch a dance, clear your line and clear your heart. Anytime you have a bad mind, dance with the road and make a cross. Everybody come catch a dance, touch it up on your heart. When you see her in the pass with the road and make a cross. Everybody come get some. Well, it's just another dancing tune. Who not dancing with dancing tune? Who are sing them God about two man a real bad man that dance a cartoon then girls. Put on your dancing shoes. Reggae, hip hop, rhythm and blues. Any music play, girl, just move. Cause it's a new dance for you. Come get some dance. Clear your line and clear your heart. Anytime you have a bad man dance, we can roll and make a cross. Everybody come get some dance. Touch it up on your heart. When you see her in the pass, we can roll and make a cross. Everybody come get some dance. Now your arm in our action. Super clean and me not well dry. Please stay up, you wonder who die. Now walk a brand new squad name stay side. Allah. So I stay down, stay up, I shall be the brand new and the whole place. Can I close it? But I'm gonna tell them to dance, and a bad mind thing. Also, man, tell dancing so. Anyway, like you want to dance and you don't be a something wrong. Party and dance, don't be try to have nothing wrong. See me and dance and you want to jump button, but Jamaica is a happy place for everybody. Come get some dance, clear your line and clear your heart. Anytime you have a bad man dance, with the road and make a cross. Everybody come get some dance, touch it up on your heart. When you see her in the pass, with the road and make a cross. Everybody come get some. Well, it's just another dancing tune. Who not dancing with dancing tune? Who are sing them God about two man a real bad man that dance a cartoon then girls. Put on your dancing shoes. Reggae, hip hop, rhythm and blues. Any music play, girl, just move. Cause it's a new dance for you. Come get some dance. Clear your line and clear your heart. Anytime you have a bad man dance, we can roll and make a cross. Everybody come get some dance. Touch it up on your heart. When you see her in the pass, we can roll and make a cross. Everybody come get some dance. Now your arm in our action. Super clean and me not well dry. Please stay up, you wonder who die. Now walk a brand new squad name stay side. Allah. So I stay down, stay up, shall be the brand new and the whole place dry. Get a clothes expensive, not tie and die. Anything you have on your body, come get some dance. Clear your line and clear your heart. Anytime you have a bad mind dance, we the roll and make a cross. Everybody come get some dance. Touch it up on your heart. When you see her in the pass, we the roll and make a cross. Everybody come get some. The dance and them run bad mind. And them off and run bad mind. Them can't change them done bad mind. Them mama bad mind, them poopa bad mind. But me love to see the girls them a wine. When the girls them a wine bad time. It's a tune ya, just stay behind. Everybody for that bad mind. Just get some dance ya. Clear your line and clear your heart. Anytime you have a bad mind dance, we the roll and make a cross. Everybody come get some dance ya. Touch it up on your heart. When you see her in the pass, we the roll and make a cross. Everybody come get some. You want to dance and you don't be a something wrong. Party and dance, don't be try to have nothing wrong. See me and dance and you want to jump button, but Jamaica is a happy place for everybody. Come get some dance, clear your mind and clear your heart. Anytime you have a bad mind dance, we the roll and make a cross. Everybody come get some dance, touch it up on your heart. When you see her in the pass, we the roll and make a cross. Everybody come get some. Well, it's just another dancing tune. Who not dancing dancing, we dancing soon. Who have seen them Ghana about two man, a real bad man, love dance a cartoon, then girls. Put on your dancing shoes, reggae, hip-hop, rhythm and blues. Any music play, girl, just move, cause this a new dance for you. Just get some dance, clear your mind and clear your heart. Anytime you have about my thoughts, we roll and make a cross. Everybody come catch the dance, touch it up on your heart. When you see your enemies of us, we roll and make a cross. Everybody come catch that dance, me a go and me not have shy. Shoot well clean and me locks well dry. Play safe up, me wonder who die. Now work a brand new squad, name CSI, Allah. So I stay down, see a fly, tell me that you got and make the whole place dry. Get a clothes expensive, not tie and die. Anything you have, you buy. Just get your dance, clear your mind and clear your heart. So now, anytime you have about my thoughts, we the rule and make a grass. Everybody come catch the dance, yeah. Touch it up on your heart. When you see your enemies of us, we the rule and make a grass. Everybody come catch the.
Yes, and that was Beanie Man Come Catch the Dance. Once again, that was Beanie Man Come Catch the Dance. And that one is a party tune. Get you dancing. Yes. Find this one from Chelani. And to the viewers out there, big up yourself that stayed to the end. The silent listeners, everybody in the chat, the new subscribers and the old subscribers, big up yourself, you know. Please stay supporting us. ICCC, whether it's Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, or Monday, you know, when we go there, you're always there. So big up yourself, man. You stay supporting us. As ICCC, if it's myself or anybody from the council, you know, big up yourselves. No, I can't say that, Healing. That's only reserved for gambler.
All right. I know I couldn't do it. I can't say it like Gambler. Gambler, he be holding that note. Originals.
No, it's true. It's true.
Right.
But
I'm
yeah,
like, golly, brother.
trust me. But the viewers, big up yourself, man. And yeah, thank you for tuning into Fully Bad. That was tonight's show. And yeah, look out for notifications. Yeah, the next week or the following week for notifications for myself or anyone from the ICCC. Make sure you also look out for notifications tomorrow. There'll be a live stream tomorrow over Darkman X and myself and Copper and American Wax and the Akunkun. And yeah, look forward to it, man. Just look forward to look out for notification. Look forward to it and be something, you know. You already know. But until the next
Yeah,
time,
we
yes.
love it.
Aye. Till the next time, people. We out. Peace.